Alosh! Alosh! What's good, fam? All right. I was hoping he would.
Hello.
Alosh!
Hello.
What's good?
Everything.
Everything, not
Yeah,
everything. Cockroaches aren't good.
I'm on holiday.
Cancer isn't good. Yeah.
The sunny
that's
shot. Yeah,
very
that
bad.
isn't good. That's
I
pretty
gotta bring
shit.
up Afghanistan, Stuart. Jesus.
I never mentioned it. It was chilly.
Yeah, whatever. You said everything,
God.
which implies
How
all
is
that
that
other
my
stuff.
fault?
I need you to stop being a bellend.
Wow. I can't believe I'm being blamed for that. I don't even know how that just happened.
You're the one to blame for what's going on in
I don't know what
Afghanistan.
just happened. How did that just happen?
Because you shouldn't have let everything get so bad.
Joe Biden.
Yeah, really.
I did.
Well, you advised
totally
George
did
W.
that.
Bush to go in the first place.
Indeed.
And then to
I'm Tony
mismanage
Blair.
everything, to not build up the infrastructure of the country.
I went, hey, Tony. You
I
know
think
what's
we
going to
should
make
move
you
off this
popular?
topic.
Tony. Get in Afghanistan. That's what I said to him.
Right.
Mr. Blair. Yeah, Tony. Me and Tony. Like that we are, me and Tone. Anyway, I don't even know what we're just doing.
Are we ready to begin?
George, hey, W. Bush. That's right,
Again?
Bushy boy, George. Yeah, Bushy. Yeah.
This seems like a ripoff of Bob the Businessman. I think I need to sue you for copyright infringement.
Also, this is Bob the Northern lad. I like Northern Bob. It was good. Anyway, wow.
Anyway,
I think
are
we
we
should
ready?
start a show or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Do it,
Let's
people.
start the motherfucking show, bitch.
Come on, everybody.
Kiss my big freak feel behind.
Welcome yo to the veteran gamers. Jimmy and friends will tell you about every single game that you're playing this week. News, reviews, and an indie pick. Stew story time and Chinny's game breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite saviors.
I just fell on my bottom into some butterscotch.
It's the veteran gamers.
I'm not going to get interrupted by stupid sound effects.
It's the veteran gamers.
I don't. You see, right.
Switch
My
that
wife.
console off before you have to press repeat, yo.
Yeah, I'm Lee for the B.
Hello and welcome to episode 607 of the Veteran Gamers.
Veteran
Veteran
Gamers.
Vodcast. Wow.
That's it. We're done.
The
We're not
Veteran
doing the podcast
Gamers, the
anymore.
podcast.
Stu can't talk.
I can't talk. Veteran Gamers Podcast. There you go. Got it down in there. Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
What are you
Yes.
doing,
Hello,
Stu?
everybody. I'm Duke.
I'm Stu, I think.
And I'm Chinny.
Indeed,
Yay,
we are.
We are in the
Wow.
house, people, and we are not military veterans. We're veterans of the gaming lifestyle.
That's
Indeed,
right. And we
we are.
stream live on Twitch and YouTube
I don't know what they're doing.
at
everybody.
9 p.m. every fucking Sunday, innit, Stu?
Wow. Yeah, this is gangster Chinny now.
What are
I'm
you
getting it.
talking about? I'm everybody's lovable geezer, Stu.
He's a geezer. Wow.
You got
I don't even know what
problems.
to say to that anymore.
You say cheers, right?
Yeah,
Isn't that what y'all
cheers,
say?
geezer.
Cheers.
I like geezers
Are you
because they're always
patronising me?
fun.
With my
Yeah,
water
totally.
bottle.
Are you
Totally I am.
Because the last cunt that fucking
Totally.
patronised me, he's dead.
Yeah. Hey, by the way,
He had an
by
heart
the
attack.
way-
Nice fella. Nice fella.
No, I didn't. I bought something last week that Duke potentially would approve of, but I don't know whether he really gives a
Uh-oh.
shit, if I'm being honest.
Is this a story time behind this?
No, not really, but you know.
Okay, what did you buy?
Well, here's the thing, right? I've always wanted.
Okay, you're gonna
It's
tell a
baby
story. So
time.
you fucking
It's
liar.
story
Right.
story
Is there a story
time.
behind it? Not really.
Not really.
Okay, what'd you buy?
Let
See,
me-
if there wasn't a story, when I said, "Is there? What'd you buy?" You would just give a one-word answer, and that would be it.
I know,
If
yeah.
you want to tell a story, tell a
I've
story. But
never
don't act like you're
given a
not going to
one-word
tell a
answer to
story.
anything.
So
Jesus.
it's
Yeah,
not
let's
really a
just tell us-
story, but
Well,
it all
really.
started
But
on
When
a
I
rainy.
was 6.
Well, on a rainy
Here's-
evening when I was
here's the
sitting in my
thing.
detective office, a beautiful lady walked in.
Beautiful.
She had gams that went up to her chin.
Wow.
She had legs that went up to her eyes. What?
Wow.
Right, Stu, what'd you buy? Go ahead.
So here's the thing, right?
Well, here's the thing.
I've always wanted a proper pair of Birkenstock sandals. Okay.
I don't
'cause-
really care at all about what kind of shoes you wear. I don't know
Well,
why
no,
you
but
think
here's
I
the
would
thing.
approve
Here's
or
the
not.
thing, right?
Yes.
On sale were the vegan version.
Okay.
Right? And all I've got is grief off Kay and Millie ever since because he just keeps saying the plastic. And
Well,
I'm
they
like,
are.
No, they're not.
I mean, they're synthetic.
They're like a fake
Right.
leather cotton
Right.
thing.
Made out of what?
I don't
They're
know.
not made out of
These-
cotton.
Well, they've got this because they're like quite a reputable company that charges fucking ridiculous amounts for sandals, right?
Yes.
They've got their own patented name for the material these are made out of, and it's
Sure.
called Burco Floor. Of
Sure.
course it is.
It's synthetic leather, which is basically plastic.
Burco. No, it's
I don't
Burco
understand. See, here's the
Floor.
thing. The reason they're giving you crap about it is because they know you'll get mad when they do.
No,
So-
that is not the reason. It's totally the reason.
What's the reason?
No, that's totally the reason.
Oh, okay.
Um,
well, so if I were you, I'd just be like, yeah, they're plastic, whatever.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, right? A proper pair of Birkenstock leather ones are £85.
Okay.
85.
Are they going to last you a long time? Or are they going to be very
Well,
comfortable?
I don't know. And then the vegan version
Yes.
are £60. Right?
Well, they
so
better
they're
be cheaper because you're not.
And-
There's no cow blood
No,
dripping
there's no
off of
cow
them.
dripping off.
Cow blood costs
But
money.
I got them in the sale for £30, so I think it was a bit of a deal.
Ah,
personally.
yeah.
There
Mr.
you go.
Cheapskate for the win.
Cheapskate for the win. Oh yeah, and I've got plastic sandals. I don't know,
Skin
but they're
flinty
comfy. I've got.
stew.
Do you know what? I'm old,
I'm glad they're comfy.
I'm old.
Fucking hell.
and they're quite comfy sandals. You know, for pottering
What
around
is
the
this
garden. and stuff.
fucking
Well, all right.
podcast
Well, I'm
come
old.
to?
What do you
Talking
think?
about
Old people talking
fucking
about footwear. What were you
sandals.
expecting to
Look,
get from the
you've
Veteran
gotta
Gamers
have
podcast if not old men talking about footwear?
When you get to my age, right, you need comfy shoes. This is a fact.
Everybody deserves comfy shoes. That don't have anything to do with
Yeah.
being
because
old.
like your feet
Listen,
take a lot of
I'll
shit
just give you a
over
bit of
your
advice
lifetime.
for life, right?
Go on, what's
You
the
haven't heard it
advice?
from me.
Right.
Comfy
Those
feet,
shoes look comfortable.
comfy feet, comfy life. That's all I'm saying. Anyway,
Exactly.
I'm
My
gone.
mom always said you could learn a lot about people based on their shoes.
Can you? What's your learning off shoes then, Duke? What have you
Because
learned?
if you got nice shoes, and you probably a nice person.
Really? You see,
Like
in
a
my
box of
experience, it's the opposite.
chocolates.
Absolute
My
opposite of
friend
that.
Jenny has nice shoes.
He's just
and
doing a
she's
Forrest Gump
nice
impression,
person.
Oh, I see. I see.
That's a line from the movie. My mom always said you could learn a lot about people based on their shoes.
Yeah, but it's
And
bullshit.
so when I ask the students to write about their favorite shoes or if they could design a shoe, what would it be like? I always say that line, and like these days, nobody gets it.
Because
Okay.
time.
I don't get it, Duke.
They don't need to be watching new movies. All the good stuff came out years ago.
That's what
Exactly.
old
What are they
people
gonna watch?
say.
Suicide Squad remake again?
Yeah, who wants to
Really?
watch that thing?
The Zack Snyder cut of Justice League. It's very different.
This
from
time
the
it's a bit longer and the CGI is
Uh,
different.
Tainted Brain
sandals and
says
socks, huh?
sandals and socks are the way. Actually, I have to confess, I have one sock.
Really?
With the Birkenstocks.
I'll tell you
and it
what,
rhymes.
Oh
The
man.
amount of socks and sliders I see all the time now. Like,
Wow.
Look,
I mean,
you're-
whatever. Look, if it's
See,
comfortable,
it's become
comfortable.
trendy now.
Who
Yeah.
cares? Like,
I
as
see
long as you
people
don't
playing
wear it-
snooker in socks and sliders. I'm like, what are you
See?
doing?
Perfect. We're going to protect your foot. If
I go a
snowball
step
lands on
further,
it.
all right, and I just take
Go
my
on.
whole trousers off.
Do you know?
Well, yeah.
Weirdly, I could believe that might happen.
I just take my fucking, I get my
Just
dick
saying.
out, and I
Just
don't need a
saying.
wooden cue. You
Wow.
know what I'm saying?
And by the way,
Stu?
everybody, this is not on Zoom because of COVID. This is on Zoom because we live in very different places. So
Yeah, we do.
the only
Yeah,
way we can do this.
In
Oh,
fact, we're next door neighbours, really.
I'm a just to let you know that this podcast is now double jabbed up.
Oh, are you double jabbed?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
baby.
all double jabbed.
The question is, when are we going to get triple
Yeah.
jabbed?
Dibble, double, jibber, jabber.
Well, I'm
I
only
don't want
used
to
to
get a
jabs.
triple jab until the whole world has 2 jabs, but I know that's not an
Well,
option.
I'm gonna get another jab next month, apparently. So my third
Really?
jab's
You're
coming.
getting a booster? Whoa.
Yeah, I'm getting a booster.
Do
I'm getting
support.
a booster.
So,
Oh,
so
yay.
I because of my hay fever injection, I'm only used to injections in the ass.
In the ass.
Um,
Is that what they inject for your hay fever?
for the hay
It's
fever.
my big Springfield
Did I
behind.
not tell you the story about what the lady said to me? When I
What your arm would have
I
done, you
guess
didn't need
not.
to drop your trousers.
No,
Also, why are you playing snooker with your wiener?
Yeah, why am I looking at your bumhole?
I've got a
Is that
lot
what
of
she said to
questions
you?
for
I don't know why
you.
you're giving jabs at the snooker
No,
hall.
no, no. It's I'm sure I told this anyway.
Go ahead, well, remind us.
probably
And maybe we'll
have.
cut
It's a
you
long
off
time
when
ago.
you,
Go on,
when you
you've
start
probably
repeating
done.
yourself, we'll cut you off.
So
Yeah, it's because you're old.
about I don't know 5 weeks ago, I had my hay fever jab.
Oh, you
Stop!
said you
You're
weren't.
repeating
No,
yourself. I'm just kidding.
And,
you said you weren't allowed to have it.
oh
I'm
my
confused.
No, you're only allowed to have the jabs in 4 weeks apart. So I had to wait 4 weeks for me to have the second jab because of the hay fever jab. My hay fever jab was 5 weeks ago, which is more than 4 weeks, which means I can have the
Okay.
second jab.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Um,
God, that's so confusing.
Anyway, so I went into the place and it was a female doctor this time. Usually I get a bloke
Ooh,
doctor.
was it a female?
And we had sex. Is that what you want to hear, Eric?
I'm sure that didn't
That
happen.
would be very odd.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Right. So
Even if you
anyway,
did drop your
I never
trousers for
thought
the
your
job.
magazine was real until. Sorry, go ahead.
anyway, so I go in, and it's usually a male doctor, it's a female doctor,
Yes.
all right, and the she explains the sort of the whole thing, and she said, "Have you had it before?" Yeah, yeah, yeah. And she looked a little bit uncomfortable because she said, "You do know where this injection is, right?" And I said, "Yeah, it's in the rear." And I said, "Yeah, that's fine." And you know they have a little bed in the doctor thing,
Yeah.
Sure.
right? A
With
little
the paper
bed.
on it.
Yeah, with the paper on it. So what I did last time is I lie down on there. I get
Sideways.
front down, and I lower my jeans, and it happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
Jibber
And
jabber.
so like I went to lie down on that bed, and she went, whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I was like, I'm lying down so you could inject me in the ass. And she says, just stand up. And I was
Stand
like,
up.
I got to make a big
That's just a bit
production out of
weird.
it.
yeah, it's like,
I'm
why?
just gonna kneel
And I was
down
like,
and look at your ass.
but the male doctor told me to lie down. I don't know what he was doing with you.
just drop your trousers. Let's
So-
get this over with.
Yep.
Wow.
That was it. But anyway,
I
You,
want
you
you
should
to
know
be
you
relaxed.
bend over the desk.
She wanted you to be all tense.
so yeah,
Clench your teeth.
I've got both jabs now, and I got a dead
Did
arm.
you have
Did you
negative
give your
fallout from the
bum a
second
bit of a
jab?
squeeze first? Because I'm a bit concerned about this standing up stuff.
No, it's the male doctor you got to be worried. The one before, he was the one
Well,
making
it
me
made
lie
you lie
down,
down.
like looking the
He was
other
the one
way.
buying you a couple of drinks before the jab.
Did
Yeah.
she go? Don't be alarmed. I'm just going to cup your buttocks before I put the jab in.
No, she didn't do that.
Did you have any fallout from the jab, Chinny? You feeling all
I
right?
hope he did have any fallout while he was studying the surgery.
Dirty mind, Stu. Dirty.
Yeah,
No. I just got a dead arm. Actually, no. I did feel ill on Friday. I had it on Friday morning. I felt ill Friday night. I felt really rough.
So has Tara been all right with the jab? Was she okay? Any side effects or any of that malarkey?
Well, she had a second jab on yesterday. And
All right, so she was just very recently, and she's been fine. has
Recently
she?
double jabbed, and she is fine. Yeah, she just got the
Good,
dead arm.
good.
But I've got a dead arm. But like, on the Friday night, I was feeling rough. I was feeling really ill. And then I woke up Saturday. I still feel a bit ill. Oh, Stu!
Yes. What?
Oh,
What?
I forgot to tell you.
That was a bit sudden.
What do you do for a living?
Well, I'm a chef. Cook.
What does
chef,
that?
chef,
Yeah, you
cooking
cook.
stuff.
What am
I
I
cook
really
stuff.
bad at?
Cooking, terrible.
What did I do on Saturday?
You cook something, I'm
I
guessing.
did.
Oh my god,
Oh,
what did you make? Come on.
It was.
Spill.
It's a very easy dish.
Okay.
Okay, I started
Go.
easy.
Yeah.
Chili con
peanut butter
carne.
and jelly
Oh,
sandwich.
you can't beat a bit of chili.
Chili con carne. I made it from scratch.
Okay.
Good. Did you use fresh chilies?
Would you get them out of a can or a jar?
Yeah.
like
Did you get a
savage?
powder? Did you have a chili powder mix thing?
Oh no,
Which there's
I
nothing wrong with.
no,
There's
no.
nothing
I
wrong with
used
that.
like
Question.
chili powder. I didn't.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
But did you get some chili peppers that were grown in the forest primeval by the inmates of a Guatemalan insane asylum?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you definitely need some of those. Habanero especially are good.
Yeah, I did that, Duke. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
picked.
And you
It was
talk to
picked
a
by a
dog.
union worker that was pleasantly, happily picking it with no problems at all.
Okay.
all right.
I went back to his 3-story house with 2 cars on his drive. Yeah, so I cooked stew. chili.
Good. Who was this for? Did you have family round?
No,
Friends?
No, it's just me and Tara.
Just you and Tara?
Yeah.
Oh.
Every day's a special day.
But
There's no reason.
because I can't cook, listeners. I can't cook at all. And
And by the way, we
think-
will be talking about video games before too
Yeah,
long. don't worry.
eventually. I think you could, but you just don't try. I think that's the thing.
well, I blame my mother, and she,
Well,
and
for
she'll
cooking for
she'll
you.
never listen to this. So I blame her. But like she just cooked everything in our house when I was growing up. So I just never had the opportunity to do it really.
Well, but did you have the curiosity to go
No.
over and be like, "Hey,
No,
teach me
because-
how to make that"?
no, because-
so how is it her fault then?
Because
food just
everything just
appeared
gets
on the
handed
table.
to me. Everything
It
just
just
goes,
appeared.
there you
Alright.
go, magic meal.
Well, you didn't think to
Magic
ask where
meal.
did this come from, what was involved
No,
in making it. I
no,
wanna
because
learn
I'm
how to
fucking
make it.
13. No one gives a shit.
Why? Chinny gives a shit where food. He just put it in his
Hey.
mouth.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I learned from my mother that when it's time to eat, you lovingly and compassionately open up that box of mac and cheese and dump the elbows in the boiling water, and you stir in the powder and the milk and the butter,
Yeah.
and then you're good.
Anyway,
And then I added my own personal divine casserole a la Duke twist
Uh-oh.
by chopping up some veggie burgers and throwing them in there. So,
Oh, man, that is gross.
whatever, you haven't tasted it. Everybody who eats it likes it. Why don't you shut your
Everyone
gob?
who tastes it thinks it's gross.
Well, then they could leave it and I would have more, but when I bring it to a potluck, it's empty. So
A
you can hate
potluck?
all you want.
I like
The
that.
players are going to play,
Wow.
play.
anyway,
hate
I,
it.
I feel like the
I'm gonna
focus is
hate-
shifting
hate-
away from
I
the
don't know
fact.
about potluck, Duke. Sounds well like taking your life in your own hands, eating that stuff.
But I cooked stew. That's the gist of it.
I'm impressed. I mean, I am impressed. So, what's your next? Have you got a next one that you're going to challenge yourself to cook?
Well, I'm just gonna sort of cook that again.
Oh, okay. You see, you could do bolognese because that's literally the same thing without the kidney beans and chili powder.
Is it really?
Very similar. Very similar. You just need to add a bit of oregano and garlic to it.
I
Yeah,
added garlic
job
to it.
done. Oh, you
Some of
see?
it must be duplicates.
Sorted. All you need to do is add the oregano and leave out the kidney beans and chili.
Yeah,
There you go. You got yourself a bolognese then.
true.
Then if you make the bolognese, all you need is a bit of bechamel sauce, some cheese, and otherwise known as a Mornay sauce. Right? Then you got yourself a lasagna.
Okay.
Right. Y'all can have this culinary conversation later.
A culinary.
Anybody
I
got
like that.
another story?
I've been
No.
on holiday.
Where are you
I've
going?
been away. haven't I,
Story
this
time's
week?
over, isn't it?
Oh, you
I've
went
been
away.
Okay.
Guess what I walked on top of?
Sandals made out of
Ground.
plastic.
The ground.
No, Hadrian's Wall. I have walked along.
Oh, I first learned about that
Hadrian's
from Faulty Towers.
Ah, there you go.
What was the joke in Faulty Tower?
Yeah, what was
He
the joke?
says to O'Reilly, the Irish drunk
Oh,
sod.
yeah.
Yeah,
The,
you know,
the cowboy
Irish people,
builder.
am I right? Oh, God.
Ugh.
Thank God we never go for Irish stereotypes on this show.
You actually don't
Anyway,
need to
so
do that. Just play that clip of bongo is enough.
Faulty, yeah. Basil says, yeah, oh, no, that's okay, O'Reilly. We've only been waiting for that wall as long as Hadrian. And then he's on the phone. He goes, no, the Emperor Hadrian. Forget it.
What? What?
was the joke.
What? I actually found out something interesting about the Emperor Hadrian, actually, who built,
Do
well,
tell.
who commissioned the wall to be built. Basically,
Oh, he didn't build it. He just like sort of
No.
approved the project.
Next,
Well,
you'll tell me Trump
you
didn't
know,
build that
weirdly,
wall.
Weirdly, you're almost right. He came from Rome.
Oh, yeah.
Went to Scotland. Went. We don't want these savages getting over here. You need to build a big wall 80 miles long. Sort that shit out. And then he went back to Rome. He was never actually in England or anything when they were building it. He just fucked off back to
No
Rome.
fooling! I'm from North Kiltown.
You know,
That's Hadrian right there.
is
you
it
go.
that hard to sort of get round Hadrian's Wall?
It's 80 miles across, so it goes from coast to coast. And
Depends on how much
obviously-
time you have.
No, but like
it's
I'm just guessing, like if you just walked around the side of it, like swam a little bit round
For
the
80
side.
miles.
Yeah, No,
Oh, but you
no,
gotta
what-
have
I
your
think-
troops go
no,
through it.
I'm
their
imagining
swords
like
are
a
gonna get
brick wall,
rusted,
you know, like a
damn it.
brick wall, like
I think what Chinny's getting at is if you get to the coastline where the wall ends,
yeah, just nip round the edge.
you could just kind of walk around. You could, Chinny. It's literally about, I don't know, 6 foot wide, I guess.
All right, okay.
Well, I think
5 or
that
6
the
feet.
military theorist Michael Jackson put it well when he said, "It's too high to get over." Yeah, yeah. It's too low to get under. Yeah, yeah. You're stuck in the middle. Yeah, yeah. And the pain is thunder.
That was me. That was me, stood on top of the wall.
Mama see, mama say, mama.
Yeah.
Something, something. I don't remember.
But
Mama
yeah, it
Masusa.
was stunning. It was a really cool place. If you've never been and you live in
Okay.
the UK, get yourself to Adrian's Wall. Have a wander on
I
it.
always
see the
think-
wall,
A lot of fun.
people.
I always think as well when I go to Scotland,
Yeah.
I like when I drive on the motorway, I never see it. Where is it?
Where is what?
The wall.
Well,
Near
you
the
don't.
ocean. He just said
no,
it's near the ocean.
It's
no,
not
it goes
that
from
good of a
coast to
wall,
coast.
is it?
It goes from coast to coast. No, it's because right, most of it's gone, Chinny. What you've got to
Ah.
remember, this was built
Where
in
did it go?
700 AD. So it's been there a long
Away.
time.
Yeah, but Stonehenge
there a
has
long
been there
time.
from like
It's
zero.
been there for I don't know 1,300 years.
Because they made it tall, he made it wide.
Yeah, it's
So you
been-
can see
it's been
Stonehenge
there.
from miles
But
away.
it's not-
Hadrian's Wall, you
you
gotta get up
can't-
right up close.
You can't
a
see it
magnifying
off
glass.
the motorway.
Honestly, I
Yeah.
know some brickies that can put up a wall, right? And they'll
I know.
stand the test of time, those walls. They'll-
Yeah, fucking Hadrian, he's a
I'll
piece
be
of shit, am I
honest.
right?
I'll be honest, I'm
That sucks.
surprised. I'm surprised Nicola Sturgeon has been trying to rebuild it. You know what? Keep the English out and all that stuff.
well, I wouldn't
you know?
blame her, really.
Get it out there. Get that wall built.
Can
Flip
you
it out.
blame her?
Yeah, she wouldn't speak like that because she's Scottish, obviously. But, you know, I think that was a pretty good impression of her.
It was great.
Get
Can
it.
we move on
Get it
now?
built. Get a wall built, you
All right.
bastards.
It's time to talk about video games.
What you been playing?
Can we cut the
condescending crap and play the games?
Are you seriously talking about video games?
Yeah, because I think Chidi, after last week's ribbon, will have played loads of stuff this week. So we'll start with him because obviously he's going to have a lot of talk coming out, you know, to be done. So we should start with Chini first.
He was sick with the jab. What are you talking about? How
because
did
he's
he
got
have
so
time?
many games to talk about tonight.
Well,
Chini, go. Start with your first one.
The
Out
first,
of the 10 you've played.
First
well, I
and
did
only?
play my game, bitch.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, bitch! Yeah, bitch!
Play my game, bitch.
Yeah, it's got the Breaking Bad connection.
Yeah, bitch!
So you've been rolling shit up, have you then?
Yeah, so it was
Da, 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 da,
Katamari.
da, 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 da.
what's it called? Katamari what?
Damacy or something?
Damacy.
Yes.
Remastered, re-rolled, rebowled. I don't know.
I am the king of the planets. You must roll up a star for
I just
me.
feel like this is like the gaming version of Monty Python.
Are you implying that the people who made this game are designing it for people who are on drugs?
Pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
But like Monty Python, I don't like it and I don't get it.
Oh, no.
Well, I sort of
It's
get
very
like
tough at first.
it does
I'll
feel
agree
like
with
Monty
that.
Python, whereas like I kind of get it. I get it's silly, but like this is a thing of its time, and there has been weird, craziest shit since then.
Well, certainly
and-
that's true. You didn't have fun playing it, though.
Not really. Like I the controls are horrible, and I feel like they are horrible because, you know, if they made them too easy, then
Are they meant to be horrible, do you think?
I
They're
think
not
so.
meant to be horrible. They're meant to be...
Cumbersome.
Okay, so for those who don't know, you're this dude. You have this little sucker ball, and you run around and you roll things up into it. The tough part of the game for me was always knowing where to start small, because you have to start picking up things that are small, and then you can pick up things that are slightly bigger, and then you
Yeah.
can pick up things that are bigger, and eventually you're rolling up cows and buildings and continents and shit. So when you're first starting out, you're going to bump into a lot of stuff you can't pick up. And the trick is to find the small things, go after those, and then build and get bigger, and then have the mass to take on.
It's
the
a
bigger stuff.
Katamari is
Once
a lot.
you get going, it's amazing.
It's a lot like Fear 2.
What?
I never really thought of those games as
Isn't
being
it?
similar, but
Great
How do you mean?
comparison.
What? Because in Fear 2, what happens in Fear 2? Duke, what you like, what happens in that game.
Oh yeah, because you're tense and you're frustrated, and then at one point you get into a huge mech and you're just mowing down monsters.
So in this game, Katamari, cats bump into you, and you're like, "Fuck you, cat," which is what I think about cats generally, anyway.
I hate cats.
Yeah, and then when you get big enough, you can just roll them on your ball, and you know they're stuck to your ball then. And that makes me happy that the cats can't.
Can I just say, by the way, I hate cats apart from Susan's cats, which are fine.
No, I hate those cats as well.
Just thought about the distinct. Well, we don't want to upset Susan.
No, I
We
don't.
don't. That's true.
You know, because I know she loves
But
it.
it's
She
not
has lots of
personal.
cats and she loves them.
Yeah, but like I think what would upset Susan more is me not being true to myself.
That's
She's
maybe
always
true.
talking about how she wants you to be true to yourself.
And
Yeah. Fuck the cats.
so me being true to myself is fuck cats. And when I have a bad day, I like to kick out a house cat, which is weird because
Wow.
we don't have a house cat.
You don't even have one.
So I don't know whose cat I'm kicking.
Neighbour's cat.
I have no idea. No,
Hey,
I don't
cat,
kick any
random
cats.
cat from
But
the street.
we have a lot of cats sort of fucking around our garden and just walking about. So
Shitting in your garden. That's what
shitting
they
in
do.
the garden, and so we have like a water gun,
I like it.
which we fill with real bullets.
Oh, I just got an email. Hey, why isn't there any footage of this game you're talking about on the game stream? Huh?
Oh yeah.
What?
There you go.
Who
Cat
sent
Killer.
that?
I don't have that
Yeah.
game.
Cat Killer the video game.
You know why? It's because I can't be asked to work out how to spell Katamari.
You just try your best and then put "Let's Play." I'm sure something would come
Something
up.
will come up. I know, but my left arm is kind of hurting from the jab, so.
There you go.
fair
That's
enough.
his reason. I like his reason.
Yeah.
And also, it's
Good
just
reason.
a fucking thing. Rolling
You
up
can't
a
be
ball.
bothered, can you? That's what you're saying.
No, I can't be bothered. And that's a general sort of good gist of the game. I can't be bothered to play it. I played it. I thought the music was nice.
So did you play it for the whole hour?
Oh yeah, I was supposed to play it for an hour, wasn't I?
That's a no.
I played like 3 levels of it.
Did you pick up houses? That's what I want to
No,
know.
I haven't picked up houses. I picked up
Oh.
largest thing I picked up was probably like a bollard.
Ballard.
Yeah.
I'm a bit disappointed, Ginny.
But the
I
thing
think-
is, like, I was just like, I get it. Do you know what I mean? I get it. It's fine. I get it. I get it. It's weird. It's weird, and Monty Python. I get it. It's weird. It's sort of zany, and it's not that. But it's like people laughed at it back then, but it's not that funny now, and we get loads of it anyway. So shut up. And Spike Milligan did it better anyway.
Okay.
So
I'm sorry you didn't like it.
it's a no
So
from
it's
me.
a thumbs down. It's a thumbs down. I think is the general gist.
Is it a
of
hit
this.
Well,
or a piece
A
of
miss.
shit?
It sounds like you
Yeah.
don't think
Miss.
of it as a piece of
Or
shit.
even a
Hit,
miss?
miss, and a
which-
piece of shit. It's a miss, I think.
Yeah, it's not quite a piece of shit because some
No.
people love this game, don't they?
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
maniacs.
But that doesn't have to do with Chinny's.
Maniacs.
reasons.
No, but I don't think. I think if it was a game that was universally hated, then piece of shit is fine. I think if there's a majority of people like this game for
But
whatever
Stu,
reason,
you gotta question like what people like, because some people like shitting on other people's chests. You know what I mean? Like, so
That's
it's,
true.
Sure, I hadn't thought of it that way. That's a good point. When thinking about video games, I don't often think
yeah,
about people
shitting on my chest. Wow.
do you know what I mean? So
I don't know how we went
I
from
think we have a
Katamari.
title.
no,
This
so
week's
so when
show
you
is shitting
say,
on someone's
you know,
chest.
some people like it. Yeah, some people like fucking like weird
What did
shit.
you like, Chinny? What did you like?
Some people like Donald Trump.
Some
you know?
people like
There's no
fucking
content
eating
for
hair. I don't know, like whatever. All right, just
What's, wait,
Actually,
are
do you
saying
know what?
don't?
Do you know what, Duke? I was with you about the Donald Trump thing, and then I saw him wrapped up in that American flag, and I was like, "Ooh, it looks a bit sexy in that." Just saying.
Are you trying to get me to vomit all over this cross stitch that I'm doing?
It was quite the pose, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
It was quite the pose. Anyway, Duke, talking
Poser.
to you. Let's go
Yes.
with you.
Why not? Me. I played a demo for a new game. Actually, it's not that new of a game, but it's a new demo. I haven't played it before.
It's new to you. New to you.
Yeah. And by the way, there's a new Skyrim coming out. I don't know if you had
Oh,
this queued up for the
God.
news section, but apparently
I
there's
had no
Skyrim.
choice. I had no choice.
There's Skyrim for, but it has fishing in it now. So somebody
Wow,
sent me
brilliant.
the Simpsons meme, of which I have the original audio right here.
Wait, don't be fooled. She's just a regular Malibu Stacy with a stupid cheap hat. She still embodies all the
just got a new hat.
Oh,
It is a nice,
sure.
it is a nice
Here's
hat,
a-
though. I'll give it.
Here's the problem,
It's a very
Duke,
nice
I have
hat.
with this fishing in
What-
Skyrim thing.
Yes, what's the problem you have with it?
There's probably about 1 million mods that like add fishing to Skyrim that are probably better than their implementation. Buggy as
You know what's
shit,
funny about
fishing in
that? They're
Skyrim.
actually including a lot of Creator Club content in
Yeah,
this
well,
newest
it's probably
edition.
just
And
gonna
they
be
said
asked to do
they're
anything
including
themselves.
well, of course not. Why should they when all these other people are making it for free? But they said they got 500 pieces of new content from the Creator Club, which I'm like, okay, I'm curious, but I'm not gonna bother getting it because there really isn't.
I bet you do. I bet you cave in.
Well, we'll find out. I'm not promising not to, but
I like the way you're
Anyway.
not promising not to.
so there's this game called Carto, and it's interesting. It's like a puzzle exploration game. It's very cute. The graphics are good. The music's nice. Female protagonist is cool. And you are this young lady who shows up on this island. It's weird. It's empty. It's barren. It's not about gathering, so don't worry. You're not trying to survive by chopping down trees or nothing.
Okay.
What you are trying to do is move through the story by putting the map together. So you find this map at the start of the game, and then all through the demo, and presumably through the rest of the game, you find these pieces of the map. And rather than just illuminating part of the island, what you do is you can move the island around by moving the pieces of the map. So when you put them together, suddenly you can move on to this new piece of the map that you hadn't been to before. And then you can take them apart, rotate them, put one in between two pieces that already exist. So it's an interesting mechanic. They walk you through it pretty slowly. I think this is on a bunch of different platforms, Switch and whatnot. So it's good for kids, I think. I didn't understand what it wanted from me at first, because once I got the hang of the mechanic, the first few pieces of the map that you get, suddenly it became, okay, I met a guy, and he goes, I don't know where my house is. Can you take me to my house? It's east of that other guy's house. And I was like, well, how am I supposed to take him to where his house is? There's no mechanic for like follow me or like grabbing the person. So I thought maybe I was missing something or there was a control that was wrong. Then I realized, oh wait, no. The piece of the map that he's on, you have to pick that up and then move it over to the east side of the map, east of the dude's house. So it's not like a puzzle.
So
in
you
that
move
sense.
the map.
You move
move
the
the
map
map,
to get
move the
to
guy.
his house. Ah.
Well, you move the map and you move the guy, and then his house appeared. So that's part of the mechanic, is that there's stuff that you will unlock by moving the pieces of the map around, but the game doesn't really tell you that, so you have to kind of figure it out, which is fine. I just think some kids would probably get confused by that, but maybe they're smarter than me. I don't know.
You're kidding. Kids these
I
days
know.
are like switched on. They know shit.
Well,
They know what's what.
yeah. So it's interesting because mostly your player character speaks with ... Like when someone asks her a question, she, ... You know, she doesn't want to respond. But when she's happy, she gives a little smiley face emoticon. So I thought that was cute to give an indication of like different moods and still not have to have, you know, voice acting. There's no voice acting. It's all text speaking. But it's you know, it's short. And yeah, it's cute. It's fun. I put it on my wish list. I didn't run right out and buy it, but you know, I see it on sale, worth a $5. I can see myself having fun with this. At the end of the game, you basically leave, or the end of the demo, you leave this one island, and presumably there's other islands that you explore, other land masses. You don't really do anything with the different things you can see. Like on the screen here, we're looking at, you know, she sees a jar. There's a tree stand drying some fish. But you're not really doing anything with those. So I'm imagining that in the rest of the game, you will at some point do things with the objects that you interact with.
I must admit, I like the look of this. It looks very cute.
It is very cute. I think
It
that's
does
a
look very
big-
cute.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
each part of the map isn't that big to explore. It's not like you're gonna spend ages wandering around trying to find what you're looking for, is it?
Correct. And so at one point she says, you know, like, Or they say like, oh, you got to find this person. She lives in a big forest. So you had 2 forest pieces put together, but then you find another piece of map that is another forest. You have to put it in between those pieces to make it a big forest rather than just 2 small forest pieces.
Little
yeah,
forest.
You're right. Exactly. So yeah, it's a nice concept. Obviously, everybody's going to be putting things together differently, but you know, it's a cute little game. The demo's free on Steam. Give it a shot. Why not?
I like the look of this. I do. I like it. It's cute. I like it. I would imagine it's a very relaxing game to play. Like no
Yeah.
stress.
Yeah, I didn't get stressed at any point except when I couldn't figure out how to lead this dude to his home. But, you know, once I got that, yeah, smooth sailing.
No, I think it looks pretty good. Pretty good.
Yep.
Right.
So
well,
thumbs
I'm
up
going to
on Carter.
start. I'm
Go
going to
ahead, start. Yeah.
With Chinny's Play My Game Bitch for next week because I'm going to make you buy Walkabout Mini Golf, Chinny, because I think you'd like it.
Oh, snap.
And we'll play some together.
Okay.
I think
agreeing to it, people.
I do think it's about 15 quid, so it's not the cheapest of games.
But
it
you're
could
going
be
to
as
love
much
it,
as
Chinny.
It could be as much as 20.
You're gonna
But
play it all the time.
But I've been playing this on holiday. I took my VR headset with me away.
You took a VR headset with you on holiday? Are you nuts?
You don't chuck it in a little case. What's the problem? That's the beauty
Because you're
of
supposed
VR.
to be going away in order to see things.
Kay lies in bed. I do other stuff.
Whatever. You and I have very different notions of what a holiday is.
So, so Walkabout Mini Golf, I was like, oh yeah, I'll play some more of this while I'm away. Now, the holiday apartment we were staying in was big. Like the upstairs room was enormous. It was it was enormous, big thing, big massive room.
Large.
Trouble was sloping ceilings.
Oh, snap.
So although the floor
so you busted
space
your hand up playing virtual golf.
No, thank goodness, no. But I did hit my head on the ceiling a few times.
You
because
donkey.
That's unfortunate.
I know. Here's the weirdest thing about the golf game, right? You don't really have to move because you just play, you just press the trigger and it teleports you to take your next shot. So you don't have to
swing the club, though.
And all you have to do is just do the putting action. That's it. But
that's right. Because
weirdly,
you're not swinging the clubs.
No. It's only putting. It's mini golf. Crazy golf.
Yeah, I got you, Frank.
But weirdly, whatever you do, you always seem to move around while you're in VR. It doesn't seem to matter if you want to try and stay in the same spot. You seem to find you've transported yourself 4 feet to the left or 4 feet to the right. No idea how that happens in a game where you
small adjustments to where you are. And
it must be it where you literally don't have to move. So hence, I did hit my head on the ceiling a few times because I got a bit too close to the sloping roof. But this game is such good fun. The way they've designed all the courses is really impressive.
How many courses are there in the?
I think there's 8. I want to say 18-hole courses, and what you do if you get under par on the course or you collect 10. So every hole has a lost ball on it, which have all different designs on. So you have to look for those as well. So it's kind of a little mini game while you're doing the round of golf.
Chinny, you're getting 2 games in one.
I know exactly. You spend a lot of time looking for the lost balls, but
lucky me.
But what's cool is obviously in real life, you've got real life problems when you build a mini golf course or a crazy golf course.
Well, does somebody offer you a mortgage or something? You got to pay it off. Like what kind of real life problems?
Well, kind of. But they all have to be built on the ground, and there's limitations as to what you can design.
Not in a video game, brother.
Well, not in a video game because some of these things are suspended in midair.
Up an elephant's ass.
There's elephant's ass. There's some crazy. There's like a crazy sci-fi one where you're hitting it into space and it has to bounce off a target and land in the hole. I mean, there's loads of crazy shit going down.
That's crazy shit.
But yeah, I love it. I think the design of this thing and the physics just feel perfect.
I'm actually surprised we haven't gotten more non-VR wacky mini golf games. Like you would think some creative people would put some really unusual
there's golf with friends, isn't there? We played.
That's not really that weird. There's a haunted house in there. I mean, there's a couple of levels that are out there, but I don't know. I just feel like it could really be a ripe opportunity for. Some really
and this game has taken advantage of all of that stuff.
Guess so.
It's gone right. This is what you do. What's also cool, and I only found this out while I've been playing a bit more of it this week, is when you look at the scorecard at the end of your round, it'll tell you which holes you didn't get the lost balls on, so which ones you didn't find, and then you can click on. You can click on that hole again and go and have another look round. You can't play it again.
Looking around.
But you can go and have
It's
a look
like
for the
a
ball you
hidden
missed.
object puzzle game.
It is, and some of them are really well hidden because some holes I didn't find any. I'm like, well, they must be somewhere. Where the hell is
Gotta
it?
be somewhere.
Gotta be somewhere.
Are they invisible?
It must be invisible. That must be it.
How many hours did you spend looking for them?
Quite a while. I must admit, it doubles the time of your
5
rounds.
hours?
Because sometimes you find them straight away, and other times you're just looking.
Well,
you know,
yeah.
not really 5 hours, but I did play. Time goes quick when you play this game, and
I
that's
would think
really
5 hours looking for balls would be a lot of fun.
It is total fun. But yeah, it's a great game. If you've got VR, and I think you can have up
And
to
you want to look for
5
balls up an elephant's ass, check out.
to 5 players. So if anyone wants to play it with Chini and I, drop us a line.
When are we
or a
playing
message.
it?
Yeah, we'll play it together because you can play multiplayer.
When?
Whenever you want. I'm on holiday all week, so you name a night, and I'll be apart from Tuesday. I can't do Tuesday night, but apart from Tuesday, and I can't do Thursday. Actually, apart from Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. No, it's really just Tuesday. So yeah, apart from Tuesday night,
I can't do Thursday.
Right. Wednesday.
Maybe you could sort this out after the show.
No,
We're sorting
Duke.
it out now.
Great
I
audio
don't
right
like
now.
talking to him more than I have to.
Sorry,
Exactly,
listeners, I
and he needs to
tried.
put it in his diary.
I'll have a mini
Wednesday it
muffin
is.
while-
Wednesday evening. You tell me what time. Drop me a line, and we'll play.
8 p.m. What's that? What's that? Is that poppy seed?
It's a mini muffin. Yeah, it's a poppy seed mini muffin.
Oh.
So we'll
I
play
ate
on
so
Wednesday.
much food that I'm not really hungry at all.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh,
But you still
we had.
sound sad. when I
Well,
mention
I
it.
cooked yesterday. Then Tara yesterday says, "Oh, I'll cook a curry today." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that sounds good." And then it came to today, and she's like, "I can't be arsed." And I was like, "Wait a minute."
Wait a minute. So what did you end up having?
So we ordered
Oh,
a
no, I've
curry.
run out of sweets. That's
We
disappointing.
ordered a curry from a
Ugh.
Indian restaurant.
Now, I don't want to be like offensive towards Tara,
Oh God, maybe just don't say it then.
but I reckon like a takeaway curry from a proper curry house might be only slightly better than a Tara curry. Just saying. Just saying.
She does make a good curry.
I know she does. But it's like it's like me. You know, I can make Chinese at home, but it's never as good as the Chinese from the Chinese takeaway.
Well, maybe you ought to live near Chinese people who are more horrible cooks.
Well, maybe that's the key.
Problem is, you live near restaurants with delicious food.
that are decent. Yeah, no,
you
I'm
gotta live
gonna
near you gotta live near crappy restaurants.
if I went to a crappy Chinese takeaway, I'd be
Yeah,
fine.
exactly. Then everything would be better.
It'd be better. But yeah, that's it for walkabout mini golf.
So Wednesday at
Okay.
8 p.m.
Yeah.
Me and Stu
Wednesday,
are
8
going to
p.m.
play
Be a
Mini
part of
golf.
it, people.
mini golf. If somebody
Mini
wants to
golf.
play
There's plenty of people who got the VR headsets now,
mini
so
golf
people-
with us.
It's good. Do you
Doesn't
like
it sound
crazy?
like fun?
Ginny,
Chinny's gonna have a
Ginny,
great
do
time.
you like crazy golf?
I suppose I tolerate it. I guess
Yeah. Have you played at the seaside? You know, you gone to seaside, played some mini golf.
there's a mini golf place by us, and it's like dinosaur themed.
See, I'm telling you, you're gonna like this.
See, there's a place near you. Therefore, you're gonna love it.
See? Do you know when we went we went on holiday one year to Austria, and they had their own version of mini golf, and you'd like this,
Called
Chinny.
mini golf.
No, you'd like this, Chinny. It's called pit pat,
Pit pat.
and you use snooker cues.
Ah, there you go.
It was just
I want to
honestly,
get a video
it
of
was
this
like
shit.
crazy golf.
Jacinta, can you please
Use
confirm that
snooker
this is
cues.
real and not made up by Stu?
No, Austria, not Australia.
Not Australia. I've never been there.
Let's put another shrimp on the barbie.
But it was called pit pat, I think.
Pit pat. Hold on.
Pit-
Austrian.
Pit pat.
Austrian.
Pit pat.
Hold on. He's coming up Australia.
No. No, it's Austrian pit pat.
Aus-
All right. Well,
It might-
again, maybe y'all
look,
can look this up
look.
later and we can move on.
Yeah, Chidi, what else have you played
Besides Google.
besides googling pit pat?
Those of you just listening, he's got the most determined concentration look on his face.
Wait a minute.
He's trying to find
I'm just
a way to
Duke.
hack a
Duke,
terminal.
you want to know
before a
why?
nuclear
Duke,
bomb goes off.
Duke,
Shitty.
Duke, do you want to know
Shitty.
why? You want to know
Oh.
why? Hold on, Stu,
I do
before you
wanna
get
know
excited.
why.
You want to know why? Because
Yeah.
snooker, something that I'm good at, can be applied to something else.
There you
Shitty.
go. You just move
Shitty.
to
What?
Austria, you'll be the
Shitty.
champ.
What?
Guess what? You can play in Birmingham.
Pit pat.
Pit pat table golf, cocktails
Oh my
and craft
God.
beer. The Floodgate, it's called. And it's all in ultraviolet. It looks fucking awesome.
Almost.
Oh my days. You need to see this, Ginny. Look up thefloodgate.co.uk. Holy
Oh yeah,
crap.
I've got a video of it.
Amazing audio.
Pit pat, man. I'm telling you, it's the future.
Oh my god. This is fantastic.
See?
Although-
So, guess who's going to Birmingham this week? At
Sarah! There's another reason
next.
why I can justify
Snooker.
snooker.
You gotta find a client.
The problem is, like, I took Simeon to play pool with me on that during that baby shower thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And the problem is, because I'm pretty good at snooker, when you go to play pool with someone who's like all right, you just
You're
batter
gonna
them.
crush them and destroy them.
you just
and they're not
batter
gonna
'em.
have fun because you're so great.
Well, apart from me, Ginny, can I just point out, apart from me?
You play me at snooker now, Stu.
No, I played you at pool and beat you.
Yeah, but like a baby could win at pool.
Yeah, snooker's a different kettle of fish. It is
Um,
true.
I'm looking at Pit Pat now. So
Is
this
he?
is. Oh my god! It's fucking snooker golf.
It is. It's snooker mini golf. That's what I told you.
Wow!
It was just the best thing we ever played in Austria. It was just
Where's
ridiculous.
this video game?
Wow! No way!
Dancing around.
Look at it, man. Look at it.
That's incredible. It's the only
geez.
reason. My life has been building up to this moment.
It's the only
God.
reason to go to Birmingham, in my opinion.
This is a better reason to be good at snooker than playing snooker.
I know. You just got to go in there and kick everyone's ass at Pit Pat.
It looks,
There you
to be
go.
fair, it does look a bit shit, but like I
Oh,
would still enjoy it.
does.
Yeah, the one we played in Austria were a ton of fun.
This looks like it's at the same place as Ghetto Golf, I would say. Or
Oh,
maybe
it
it's
is.
not. Yeah,
That's
it is.
where it is. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah, Ghetto Golf is in Brumtowns, and it looks exactly the same place. They do, but it's Ghetto Golf. Duke is crazy golf, but it's all in the ghetto. Like
Okay.
you like smack the golf ball into like a fucking bathtub or some mad shit, and like there's a bonnet of a
That
car.
sounds cool, I've got to say.
Yeah, it is cool. It is cool, and there's a bar halfway through the hole.
I was
on the-
listening to an episode of 99% Invisible, the design podcast, and they were talking about how during the Great Depression, mini golf was apparently like a big, huge thing. Like all through New York, people had set up mini golf courses in alleyways in their backyards, and like because anybody could set one up. So it was apparently a huge thing in all over New York and other parts of the country. And yeah, so
It's fun. It's one of those things like
Alright.
pool where anyone can sort of pick it up and have a go, can't they? So
Yeah.
it's popular.
There you go. Off you go. Play some Pit Pat. See, you've learned something new tonight, Ginny. that you didn't
Maybe,
know that
maybe if we have an EGX in Birmingham, like Resd, we'll go
Do
there.
you know, I was just going to say, I think that'd be a good place for a meetup, and I'll do that as an activity. Go and, play some ghetto golf.
there might
and
be
Pit
one in
Pat.
Brumtowns. Sorry, in Manchester.
Oh, maybe. Maybe. Who knows?
maybe,
Who knows?
Who knows?
Wow.
All
Anyway,
right, Chinny, do you have any
that's
video
not a
games that
video
you'd like to
game.
talk
What
about?
games have you been playing, Ginny? What else have you played?
I finished A Plague's Tale.
Ah, nice.
Okay.
Last week you mentioned a part that you struggled on, Stu.
Oh, with a truck, with a
With a
cart.
wagon.
You have to push a bloody wagon up a hill.
You don't push it, but another chap does. Do you remember
Ooh.
this?
Mm-hmm. And you have to take the guards out as they're pushing it along.
Correct.
Ugh.
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 Yeah, I
You
was
probably were like, oh, it was so easy.
It was so easy. But I, that's like near the end, and I've finished it now. and you have to fight the Pope for some reason, or somebody who
You
looks
do,
like the Pope.
you do.
I
Well,
don't
yeah.
know. And there's a big tornado rats at the end.
Boss fight. Boss fight.
Boss fight, tornado of rats. That's a good game.
It's a good game, isn't it? It's pretty good.
I like it. I like it. I watched the trailer for the sequel today. Just as because I know there's a sequel coming out next year.
It's called A Plague Tale Guilty.
Yeah, it's called A Plague's Tale with more rats.
Yeah, double the rats.
Which is basically what the trailer, because like there's a whole river.
Tale.
There's a river of rats just like flooding down this street.
Yeah.
Which basically the trailer's saying more rats, which is fine. But I liked the game so much that I went through and did all the collectibles.
Wow, I am
Damn,
shocked.
that's hardcore.
Yeah,
So I don't normally do that. But I looked at the achievements and I was like, oh, I wonder what the achievements are. There's a few secrets that you can do, so you can save some people and you get an achievement. There's a couple of
Sound like you, Chinny.
couple of hidden areas that if you find them,
Is there no achievement for like dunking people into the river of rats? Because that seems like it's more your.
I know, yeah, I am a bit disappointed, but yeah, saving people, finding like some secret cut scenes, and then basically just finding all the stuff, all the collectibles that in the game. Yeah, it's all right. That game.
It's a good game. I really enjoyed it. I liked, what the stuff you can do towards the end of the game when you kind of get the badass powers and stuff.
Yeah.
It's such good fun, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Definitely, like, inspired from The Last of Us. It's not as polished, obviously, as The Last of Us, because The Last of Us is ridiculously polished and well made, but this is well made and well done, and there's not a lot wrong with it, really.
It does a good job, It does a similar thing for me than sort of like Alan Wake and The Last of Us, where although the game's quite linear, you feel like you're in these huge areas and you can see really in the distance where you got to get to.
Yeah.
But it isn't really that big because it's a linear line, but it makes you feel like you're in this big world, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, it does set the scene, doesn't it? It does do a
Yeah.
good job of sort of like placing you where you are. You feel like that you're in occupied France, I think it is, and
there's a pretty harrowing bit where you go through like a battlefield.
Yeah,
and that's pretty hardcore.
Yeah, it's pretty
really.
gruesome. It's kind of like Little Nightmares in its approach of like you are basically a bunch of kids and there's some weird, sick and twisted shit that's going on, and then you go through a chapel or a church towards the end and they're proper like doing some dodgy stuff to sacrifice people to these rats and stuff. So it's kind of got that vibe. Obviously, it's not as twisted as the Little Nightmares, but it's that kind of aesthetic as well. It's good. It's kind of like one of these B movie games that you don't get much of nowadays. You don't get games like this. You get top tier AAA single player games, small indie games, or MMOs and card battling games. That's all you get these days, and a lot of those genres don't tickle my fancy, but I do like a nice linear story based game with good game design, nice level design, and it wasn't like a brilliant story, but it was decent, and
it was good enough, wasn't it?
It was good enough. It was kind of. I watched a movie this week, and it was the Tomorrow War.
Oh, I've seen that. Not seen it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. And like it kind of, that movie does everything you expect it to do. Like it's just a movie about monster aliens, and you just shoot them, and spoilers, like the humans win, and it's just all that. This game. I'm gonna watch it. I'm like Chris Pratt's performance is like, oh my god, Oscar worthy.
Oh my god. As always.
A puzzle stealth game, third person linear. It's exactly what you expect it to do, and I was worried that it wouldn't hold that sort of. How is it gonna? I thought it was a big escort game. I thought it was just a game where you fucking walk around with this kid all the way through it, and it's a bit more sophisticated. It's a lot more sophisticated than that, and that's what made me hesitate playing it. I thought you were just babysitting this kid all the way through. But no, it's much more better than that. You are on your own sometimes. You're with other characters. It's kind of like the Goonies in a way, where you've got like a cast of young kids going through an adventure. But they're obviously in the Goonies, they're not, people are not being eaten alive by rats.
Yeah, I don't think that's the thing.
I saw different versions of the Goonies. I guess you haven't seen the
director's
adult
cut.
version. Yeah, the director's cut. Zack Snyder
rat
had a
eating
really
version.
Interesting version.
Yeah. But there is a threat of life in the Goonies, so it is a bit dark.
That's true.
Yeah. So it's all good. I like it. I recommend it, big
There
time.
you go. It's got the seal of approval.
Mm-hmm.
And
this was a play my game, bitch.
It was.
So
it was.
this was a big
Was.
hit. This is the biggest hit.
I've done well. I've done
Well, you didn't
well
make
for
it,
once.
Stu, so you can't.
No, but chose a good game. Right.
I feel like when you
I,
recommend a game, you sort of act like you've made it.
I feel like I have when you like
It
it,
is a,
Ginny,
it
if
is
I'm
a
being
form
honest.
of pride that you.
Yeah,
gave
because you
Ginny something
like
that he
very
likes.
few of the
because
games
you don't
we
like
choose.
everything,
No.
and so when something does succeed,
Hit.
it's a good feeling.
It's a good feeling, man. I feel like I've achieved something by getting you to like a game. Well, not getting you to like a game, that you like a game I like.
Suggesting a game
Yeah.
that you would like.
Yeah, it's nice. I know it's not a play my
Nice.
game, bitch, but I suggest. I think there's been enough time that you play Little Nightmares 2.
Yeah, I
because
could
it's on
probably
my
start that.
Steam list.
I want to
Yeah,
start
stay-
playing games that in my backlog a bit because I haven't.
Yeah, because I think you would definitely love that game as well.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
on my Steam list, so you don't even have to buy it. Look at that. It's like
It's
Game
on Game Pass though, isn't it?
Not Little Nightmares 2, I don't think. No.
Oh, is it not?
No.
Hmm.
No, but you're more than welcome to use my Game Pass, Ginny, as you know. So just play it
I don't-
because
I don't
really
Everybody
think
can
you'd
use
enjoy
Stu's
it.
Game Pass.
I don't
Just
ask
Anybody,
you.
just
and put
ask,
Stu,
just play it.
and then username and the password is like 6 or something.
Stu Steam games, play them now, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So there you go.
New
Well,
pass
well,
is
I'm
new
pleased. I'm really glad that you enjoyed it. So there you go. That's cool.
Yeah,
Is it me again?
it's you again.
It's me again. I'm going to talk about 12 minutes.
Oh yeah, this is a new game.
Now-
It just came out.
Now I have been excited for this
Yes.
game.
Oh, is this
But-
We're
out?
also nervous.
Yeah, that is getting this out. Yeah,
Hello.
it is. It's on Game Pass and all that jazz.
Is it?
Yeah, it came out on Thursday.
Oh my god.
Oh.
It came out on Thursday. I've been excited, but I've also had some reservations.
How can they keep your attention for 12 minutes? Well, Stu, the thing is about
no,
the
12 minutes many times over is the question.
well, the thing is, Stu, like games will figure this out, Stu. No, but I like playing the same
Well-
thing. Well, the thing is, Stu, it's
The
fucking.
thing is,
it's not
they
even.
kind of figure it out.
Yeah.
They kind of figure it out. It's an interesting concept because it literally is a point and click adventure game set in a very small apartment. Is the best way to describe this game.
Very small apartment.
And every time you go through it, the clock's ticking. Is that right? You only
Yeah,
have 12
there are a
minutes?
couple of weird things. It doesn't tell you how much time is left, so you don't know how long there is left of each 12-minute
So
loop.
you could start your own stopwatch and keep track that way.
You could do it that way, but what it does is have sound cues.
Okay.
So there are sounds that happen at different points during the time. So it gives you a good idea.
Like that.
No, it tends to be more like just like footsteps in the apartment above.
Or like
Or
this.
Or there's a thunderstorm going on, so you hear.
Where did she
thunder at
go
a
then?
certain
Did she
time.
take a shit?
No, she went into the bedroom.
Like that.
So she went in the bedroom. And you basically pick up objects within the rooms, or rooms, should I say, because there's literally just a living room, a kitchen, and a bathroom, and a closet.
Okay.
And that's it. That's all there is. So what you've got to do is pick up stuff within these areas and work out how to interact like you do with any other point and click adventure game, pretty much.
Who are you playing as?
So you play as the bloke, which is
Oh,
James McAvoy.
Typical. I'm all right, women.
Yeah, typical. James McAvoy, he's the main character in this. Willem Dafoe plays the copper, and voice acting by Daisy. Is it Daisy Wrigley?
Daisy Ridley.
Ridley. She
Ridley.
plays the Ridley. She plays the female character in this game. And gotta say, first off, voice acting is excellent, as you would expect.
Well, they are
'cause
professional Hollywood actors, I assume.
A-listers, though. These aren't
These
crappy
aren't
actors.
nobodies, no.
No, these are decent. Which I'll be honest, I'm absolutely astounded that for an indie game of this nature, they managed to get this type of talent. And part of me thinks like,
it's just money.
it is just money, but this is I don't know how much money this developer would have. Yeah,
somebody's paying for it.
But part of me thinks maybe it was COVID and they were like, well, I've got nothing else to do at the moment.
It might be that.
I'm bored. I think I'll do a video game.
Because I'll be honest, when they first announced the game, they did not announce these actors as playing the characters. So part of me thinks this happened late on in production or obviously later on in the game. And they went, oh, guess what? These lot are all at a loose end because of COVID and shit. Let's see if they'll do it for cheaps. So who knows? But they've done a good job. It doesn't fit. I mean, sometimes you get actors like this in games and they just feel like they're going through the motions, just reading it. But I do feel like they properly acted it. It's good. I'm quite impressed.
Voice acting is good. We got it. Can we get to the part
voice
that's
acting's
unusual,
good.
like the 12-minute loop?
Well, the 12-minute loop is a bit of a stretch.
Boring? Okay.
Because it very rarely is 12 minutes.
Okay.
Because
send it back. It's false advertising.
Yeah, really, you're not getting your money's worth. What
inevitably, you either do something wrong or something happens and you cock it up and then it doesn't last the 12 minutes.
So you suck at this game and therefore you're not seeing all the
What you can also do, once you get to a certain point in the game and you know what you're doing, you can fast forward time by sleeping in the bed. So if you go and lie down on the bed, it fast forwards 5 minutes.
I got you.
So you don't have to keep constantly listening to the same dialogue over and over again.
Yes.
But here's the crux of the game.
And that's the other reason they were able to get these actors, because they pay them $500 an hour. They only need them for 1 hour. You only have to record it once, and they just loop it.
Well, that's pretty. Well, it's weird you should say that, because this is the crux of this game, which, when you think about it as a mechanic, is really odd. Because what you're doing is, each playthrough you don't always work out something new, but every now and again you have a revelation or you do something, you go, oh shit, that's what I got to do to progress it forward or find out some more information, okay?
Right.
But all you're progressing towards is doing the perfect 12-minute run.
Like Aaron in Primer.
Yeah. So basically what you're doing is you learn all this stuff, and then obviously to complete the game, you literally have to do it all in like a single 12-minute run. Okay. So it's quite an interesting concept, really, because you obviously have to keep repeating stuff. And what you've got to remember what order to do everything in, because everything is also time-bound. So you have to do certain things at a certain time in your 12-minute loop.
It's like Groundhog's Day, but only 12 minutes.
But only 12 minutes, and you've got to work out what stuff you need to do to get this to happen, to then get this to happen, to hear this piece of dialogue, to then
it's
do
like
this.
It's like, when they do speed runs.
On initial conditions.
You know when they do speed runs on video games.
Yep.
It's like you're basically learning how to do a speed run.
Yes, it is pretty much that. But I mean, part of it is talking to the characters. Then you learn more info. Finding something or an object or a piece of information that you can then confront them with. When you obviously learn that in the next playthrough, obviously he remembers it and then can use that. So
presumably there wouldn't be any value in playing this a second time.
None whatsoever. Although there are multiple endings, but I'm not sure how that's a thing. Because my understanding was that it was kind of just learn all the different things you got to do to complete it and then just do them all in one go.
Right.
So I don't know. There are different ways. I mean, without giving any spoilers, there are different ways to achieve the same result.
Sure.
So you can do stuff in slightly different ways.
Someone throw up, you could feed them tainted meat, or you could, give them some plastic shoes, and then they start throwing up.
Maybe. I don't know. But I am enjoying it. There is a bit of frustration Because there are sometimes you'll think, oh, I'll try this on the next run. Maybe that'll be something, and then it isn't, and you're like, no. So then you're trying to figure.
a run.
Yeah, you waste a run, and then what I tend to find myself doing now is annoying the cop so he kills me, so I can start the run again.
There you go.
So I'm just like,
hey.
So that like he sort of asks you some questions, and instead of in the previous ones, I'll have
Why
gone,
do you want to know, pig?
Yeah. So instead of like going like answering, I'll just go, I have nothing to say to you, and you do that 3 times, and then he kills you. So it's all
Flash
good.
the V's.
Yeah. So you just let him do that. Willem Dafoe's character, the cop, is literally the Terminator.
Yeah.
I mean, this dude, it really doesn't matter what you do, he will get into the apartment.
Yeah.
You can't fight him head on. You die literally every time you try and do that. And it doesn't matter how like you think you're gonna do it, for whatever reason, he always gets you in the end.
That's like the short film that won the Academy Award for short film this year.
All right,
I can't remember what it's called.
But yeah, he is the Terminator. He's great though. I mean, Willem Dafoe's voice is just such a good voice. Very sort of intimidating and whatnot.
Two Distant Strangers.
Oh, okay.
It was it's a good movie. It's on Netflix.
Oh, I'll have a look. But yeah, overall, I am enjoying the game. There are slight frustrations, like I say, because when you can't figure out the next bit to move you forward, you're like, well... And one bit that was quite a significant bit, I only figured out just purely by chance.
Go on.
You know, and it was sort of... Well, it was just an action I did without really thinking about it and didn't realise that it had any significance. And then he did, and I was like, so that does that. But it's not something I would have... I sort of knew that it was something I needed to do, but I didn't know how to do it, and I just did it completely by accident.
Okay.
If that makes... It doesn't make sense, but it was just one of those things that I sort of knew had to happen, or figured out that that's what I need to do, but then the solution I didn't do because I figured it out. That complete accidentally did it, and I was like, but that's how I did it. So I was quite happy that I found that out, because it was quite a significant thing. And there are some interesting twists in the story, because as you progress and learn more about what's going on, you're like, it was quite like one bit was a bit of a shock, because now I'm not sure what to believe. So I'm like, that's quite cool. I kind of like that.
Who to believe?
Yeah, who to believe? Who do I believe?
Yeah.
Which is the true version of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the writing's pretty good. I think the story's pretty good. Not massively convinced with the mechanics and the sort of point and click nature of it, but I don't mind that. I have played quite a lot. I've done a lot of loops.
So you're not done?
No, I've not done. No, I've made a lot of progress. You know, I feel like I'm getting somewhere, and I think that's the key to these types of games, is to always feel like you're making progress.
Yeah.
But there is always that risk that when you don't figure anything out for a little bit, you start to get frustrated.
Sure. Well, and for me, it would be the question of like, okay, I think I've got minutes 1 through 8 down, but is it possible that there's something in minute 2 that I have messed up?
Yeah,
and
or haven't
therefore
done yet.
And therefore nothing I do in minute 9 is going to matter.
Well, I know.
Or does it let you know that, like, okay, you're good so far?
There is some like visual indicators when you've not completed a bit of the game to an extent.
So
and one of them
let you know, like,
one of them is dialogue. So when you talk to someone and you ask them a question, the dialogue grays out when you've exhausted that line of questioning or that line of like dialogue.
Nothing to be gained.
There's nothing else to be.
You don't have to keep trying to go down a dead end.
If it's still white, then obviously you've either not figured something out to further that line of questioning, because sometimes you'll click on it and it's still the next bits are all grayed out, because there's obviously another dialogue choice which you haven't unlocked yet.
Yeah, sure.
So it does give you some context and some like, oh yeah, you still need to do this, because if
that's good. That's good.
White
they can't hold your hand, obviously, in a puzzle game too much, but they also should not be throwing you into something that's just like mind-bruisingly opaque.
Yeah, I mean, for instance, I figured out how to get into something,
okay,
but I haven't figured out what its like significance is, because there's nothing in it, And I'm like, well, I assumed I'd find something inside of this, but there isn't. So what's this? There's a reason I can get into it though. So why can I get into this thing, but there's nothing in there?
Sure.
So it is a bit vexing. Yeah, it's a little bit vexing sometimes. But it is good. Like I say, you can lock the door, and then when he comes, he kicks the door in. And like the animation for that's pretty cool. If you leave the door unlocked, he just walks in the apartment eventually. You can tell her not to open the door, and eventually she's. What's quite interesting is though, like there was an action I did in the game where he sort of hesitated because it wasn't like the nicest of things that I was doing.
Yeah.
So I got the character to do something that a normal person would have reservations about doing.
Yes.
And he hesitated.
Pooping in the sink.
Well, yeah, whatever it may be. There was hesitating. There was a bit like, oh, I'm not sure about I should do it. And then he just does it. Eventually, he does it, right?
Uh-huh.
On the next playthrough, when you go to do that, actually, he literally just does it.
Uh-huh. So it's not always just like cause and effect. It's going to happen the same every time.
Yeah, so obviously on the next playthrough, he's like, "Oh, well, I did that last time, so it's not that big a deal. I'll just do it anyway now." When you know,
oh, you're talking about your character that knows.
Yeah. Your character in the game.
The other person's going to react the same way each time.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter that he's doing something that's a bit heinous or a bit bad because it like the implications or the outcome doesn't matter because you sort of know that the loop's going to get reset again.
Right.
So quite
that's
interesting.
Why it says in Primer what really happens if it works.
Yeah, exactly. So I am quite enjoying it. I'm having fun. I feel like this game would be better if there was like quite a few of you in the same room trying to figure it out together.
Yeah.
You know, rather than just you playing it on your own, like, you know, everyone pitching their ideas and then going, well, have you tried this? Well, what about trying that? You know what I mean?
I remember that the instruction manual for Myst said this game can be more fun with 2 people because 2 heads are better than 1.
Yeah. And
I was thinking, I would hate that. I don't think I would do well.
That's exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Click that!
Oh, I hate that. No, I'll play this on my own. Thank you.
I'm doing a crossword puzzle. You keep your eyes off my crossword puzzle. God damn it!
This is my predictions for you two with this game.
Go ahead, give a prediction.
I think you, Duke, will like it.
Okay.
And I think you'll enjoy the puzzle aspect and trying to figure shit out.
Okay.
Chinny, I don't know. I don't know whether you'll get frustrated. I don't know.
I think it'll be the opposite.
Chinny, other than Portal, though, give me some. What's a puzzle game you've enjoyed?
Me.
Do you like pointing
other than Portal? Other than Portal, tell me a puzzle game that you like. Because I can't think of any. I mean, LA Noire, I suppose, is kind of a puzzle
Not
game.
really.
Well, it's a game with everything, isn't it? It's just a classic game.
GTA fan.
So let me ask you this, Ginny. What attracts you to this game and makes you think you're gonna like it?
I don't know. It looks cool.
It does look cool. There is no doubt about that.
I like Groundhog Day. I like Bill Murray.
Bill Murray is not in this game.
It's just a simple. It just looks cool. Just looks. I don't know. You just look at it and it looks cool.
It's something kind of different.
Bit different.
It is definitely different. This might swing it for you, Chinny. As to why you like this game. You can flush the spoons down the toilet. Don't know why I did it. I just thought I'd try.
Yeah.
Do not ask.
You can put the spoons in the toilet and flush them down
the toilet.
Yeah, flush the spoons down it.
Instead, merely try to understand the truth. What truth? There is no spoon in the toilet.
Not anymore. It's down the toilet.
Take that, stupid bald kid.
Yeah, exactly.
In the Matrix.
Look, if you're not 100% sure about this game and you've got Game Pass, give it a go. If you haven't got Game Pass and you're not sure about this game, I don't know whether I'd recommend you buy it.
Wait for it on sale, people.
Yeah, at this point. Because I don't feel like it's going to be everyone's cup of tea.
It's kind of weird, isn't it, these days? Because when we started doing this podcast, like, you talk about games and be like, well, you know, we recommend to buy it or not buy it or whatever, but people just have Game Pass now.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
and maybe it'll show up on Epic Games Store.
Yeah. So it's just like, no, it's just like, why are you listening to this? because you can
know,
just
yeah.
play it.
Because we're
Well,
fun to
not
listen to.
everybody's,
you
not
stupid
everyone's got
fuck.
an Xbox and Game Pass, though, have they?
No, I
at the end
know,
of
but
the
also I've got Game Pass. I don't play everything on there. So
day?
what I'm
I didn't
saying
make
is,
good use of it, so
but
I
no,
stopped.
but what I'm saying is like, people just have access to these games, so now it becomes what's worth your time.
Right. But that's still an important question, and people shouldn't waste their time playing dumb games that aren't fun. So
They should
we
leave
provide
that
a
to
valuable
Stu.
service, letting them
Exactly.
know that
Let
some
me
games are
play
dumb
the-
and not fun,
yeah.
and don't play them.
Let me play the weird and shit games.
Yeah, but that's not
Yeah.
this. This is weird and fun.
This
according
is
to
weird and okay. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not 100% convinced at the moment.
Okay, maybe it's not fun.
Because I still feel like frustration may set in if I get to a point where I'm stuck for
Yeah,
a
but
bit.
you were mega.
I mean, that's the thing is that, like, right. I mean, I could see this being part of a larger game, but to build a whole game around this concept feels laborious. It feels like it better be a hell of a payoff, and it should be fun along the way.
Yeah.
And it sounds like it's not too fun along the way, so you're counting on that payoff. Now, I did see some tweets from some people who said they really enjoyed this. So
Yep. Oh no,
whatever,
I'm
your
not.
mileage
Like
may
I say, every time you learn something new, or it does feel like a little victory. You know, when the first time you figure out how to do something where the cop's concerned, that's significant. You're like, yes, that's progress,
Mhm.
right there. But then you do that a few more times, and you get a little bit further, and then you come against another wall and go, all right, well, I need to figure something else out now because that's not helping at this point.
3, 2,
But it gives you enough.
1. We've been talking about this game for 12 minutes, so
That
now
was a
we have
good
to
end
stop.
as well. That was perfect. That's perfect.
Just kidding. I wasn't actually timing anything. I just held up my phone and said that, pretended.
Oh, I thought it really was filming, so it's quite impressive. Duke, talking of holding up shit, it's your go.
Yeah.
Again.
Speaking of puzzle games, I finished a game this week. So
Let's play. Guess the
the
game that Jimmy's
Duke
played and
played. I don't know
finished
my
this
name.
week.
Yeah, I finished Zup.
Zup.
And I didn't add Let's Play footage on the show notes because there's apparently like 10 different versions of Zup. And so every time I went looking for someone playing the version I played, it's not there. And a lot of them are in German for some reason, so whatever. Anyway.
Welcome
Zup
to
is the game
Zup.
where- Yeah. Yeah, Zup is Zup.
Zup is
good,
great.
yeah. Zup's a little game where
You
have
will
a
like it.
screen, kind of a grid, and there's blocks and circles, and you click the red things, and they explode, and things go everywhere, and you have to kind of get the aqua dot onto the aqua platform. When
Welcome
the
to
only thing I want
Zup.
to say about it is when I finished it, I expected something to happen, some sort of sound, some sort of happy noise or something.
Music. What about some music?
This game has none of that. You finish the last level, it's just that it just sits there. It's like, okay,
What, no credits or anything?
no credits, nothing. It's
That's just weird.
It's weird. It was so unsatisfying. But as you all know, I like to have a puzzle game going at all times. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to look back on different puzzle games I've played before because I'm sure I don't remember anything about how to solve them. And I went back to Delete, which is, hey, look, there's Zup. So Delete, actually, this is a level I did too. Yeah,
Well, if
so
you've
Delete
finished a
is,
game, I'm guessing you've done all the levels.
well, no, because like I say, there's like 8 versions of it, and so you'll find people playing versions online that I have never touched, so I have no idea how they work. So
Weird.
go figure. But yeah, what's the one the game Delete is kind of like Minecraft in 3D, and it's very aesthetically fancy, and I'm really enjoying that one again because I don't remember anything about how to play it, so it's good. But the other game that I have been playing a lot of, in addition to Rocket League, and by the way, I got my diamond reward for the season already. Yeah. So that's exciting.
Yes.
I've been playing a lot of
Please
Rocket
tell
League.
me more.
I know, right? There's so much to tell you.
Yes.
There's so many sour, angry children in that game. It's so like they get so mad, and then like I was playing a game today. We were tied. I made a mistake, so the other team then it's 2-1. The other team's ahead. There's like 4 minutes left in the game, or 3 minutes and 20 seconds maybe, because you can't forfeit until the 3 minute 30 second mark. So it's 3 minutes, 20 seconds left. My teammate says he wants to forfeit. We're down by 1 point. And you know what? Hey, let me ask you. Would you forfeit?
No.
No.
You keep fighting, right?
Of course you would.
Jenny, would you
To the
would
end,
you forfeit,
man.
Jenny?
No.
To the end.
All right.
No. Fight to the
So
end.
here's what would happen. You do that, and then the other person goes, screw you, I'm not playing.
Screw you.
And they just sit there.
Yeah.
And then when you go, oh, you're being a sour child, okay, I guess we should forfeit. And you try to forfeit. He goes, I'm not forfeiting now.
That's funny.
Like, what is wrong with people? What I'm going to do is, because I'm mad at this person for making one mistake, I'm going to ruin 3 minutes of their lives. Like, what kind of sick mind do you have to be to do that? Like, how pathetic do you have to be to... it's just, I really do get sad when I think about, like, how angry someone has to be to do that. Because if you were in that situation, your teammate made a mistake, you'd probably be like, whatever, be careful, or, I'm mad, but it is what it is. It's whatever. Okay, so that's Rocket League. The other game I've been playing is Destiny 2. I don't have any sound effects from Destiny 2. I should get some Destiny sound effects.
Yes.
Ooh,
yes, you should.
Oh, it's on.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah. I think I've mostly finished the Shadowkeep DLC story.
That's when you
I
know
can't
you got a
tell.
good game, when you don't know you finished it.
Yeah, I haven't
Well, that's
finished
the
it.
thing, is that the story, I don't know. Bungie doesn't ever seem to have really impressed me with their storytelling. I know some people love Halo, and maybe that's heresy for me to say that.
I don't think so.
Okay, well, I must say, I've been playing a lot of this
I don't think they're the
Shadowkeep
deepest stories in the world, if I'm being
DLC.
totally honest.
That's the thing, is that they're trying to be deep. Like, the story behind Shadowkeep, there's this pyramid. You got to try to get into it. It takes a long time. And then I did a mission where I got into it. And then, like, when I got done with it, I was like, okay. And the woman goes, we thought it was, they're not our salvation. They're our ruination or something. And I'm just like, okay.
Wow,
so what
that's
does that
pretty deep.
mean? And then she's like, see if you can find out anything else about it. I'm like, but huh? So maybe there's more. Maybe there will be a more satisfying cutscene. But I had to go to the people at the tower and be like, hey, I explored that pyramid and there's really nothing in there. There was a monster that I fought. Like, guess what? There are monsters. We had to fight a bunch of monsters.
What?
So
Never.
whatever. I know, right? It's surprising. But the other thing that was most frustrating about that was that there's this apparently very common glitch where you fight this boss, and then when you get it like a third of the way down in health, it teleports you somewhere else. And then you get it a third of the way down, it teleports you somewhere else, and then you kill it, and then it's all over. It teleports
It's
you
dead.
to the end of the thing, right? I had in 2 of those 3 spots, it did not teleport me. The boss left. I was alone. There was no danger, but I'm in this throne room, and huh? I was like, what am I supposed to be doing? And I spent like 5 minutes running around trying to figure out where I'm supposed to jump to or go next. Because there's a quest marker. It's like, it's beyond that wall. And I'm like, I can't get through this wall. So I finally did a search, and like there's 20 posts. Like, it's glitched. And then, a year later, it's still glitched. Benji,
That was every level in Cyberpunk, can I just say?
Yeah, well, that's what I hear. That's why I haven't gone near Cyberpunk. Also, I mentioned last week about the loot cap levels, right?
Oh,
when
yeah.
When you reach that loot cap level, most of the loot, like 90% of the loot you get, is just worthless.
Junk.
It's garbage. As soon as you get it, you're like, dismantle, 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 dismantle. I wish you could just turn it off. Like, don't give me anything that isn't, higher level loot.
Yeah, but you're playing an MMO. That's the shit you have to put up with.
Yeah, but you know what? Neverwinter doesn't do that. Guild Wars kind of does. I think that, I don't know. I mean, I know that's the sort of Destiny's whole thing, but I don't know. I think it takes enough time to get to your loot cap, and they keep bumping it up every season. So I don't see where they would be hurt by saying, look, you have an option to turn off, loot below your cap level or whatever. Anyway, but the other thing is, there's a part of this mission right now that I'm on that's like, get 50 kills with a hand cannon, and I'm like, okay, but I don't have a hand cannon, and as I said,
Well,
you
get
can't
one.
just go buy one. You can't buy it.
Get it.
You have to just play the game until you find one.
Until one
And I
drops
was
off
like,
something that you've
And
killed.
here's
Wow.
the other thing. This is nuts. I have to explain this. I'm sorry for spending people's time on this,
Okay.
but the Destiny heads out there will know what I'm talking about. I got this thing once upon a time. This was like a month ago. I got a epic doodad. I don't know what it's called, but it's
Yeah, an
this
epic
thing.
doodad. Yeah.
Right. And an epic doodad is necessary to unlock a special weapon from the Hall of Relics. Like there's this special place on the map that's like got rare weapons, and you need an epic doodad to get one of those rare weapons, right? Okay. But you don't just need an epic doodad. You also need a sparkly, cinnamon bar, and you need 100 purple leaves, and you need all these different things. So I was just like, oh, I don't care about, and you can't turn it off. Once you get an epic doodad, that thing is like flashing on your map all the time. So I didn't even care about any of the guns on offer. I was just like, I just wanted to stop flashing.
I just want to get rid of the doodad.
I did the research, like, okay, what do I need? Which of these guns would actually be good to use? And I found one, and I was like, all right, I'll give it a try. So I grinded what I needed to get, the purple leaves, in order to turn it in, because I got the sparkly cinnamon bar, and these aren't the real names of it, but
God, this sounds like something out of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
It is. That's exactly what it is. So I finally got the stuff. I got that gun, and then I was playing with it. I'm like, this gun kind of sucks. And then I realized, oh, I should have gotten one of the hand cannons so I could finish this quest with my epic doodad token.
Mine just for the audio listeners. For the audio listeners.
What?
On the Zoom call, mine and Stu's heads are very low down on the
Yeah, it's
screen.
because I've sat back to be comfy.
Because we're sat back and we're like, we don't understand a fucking word, dude.
And everybody watching on the stream is probably thinking that too, because there is no footage of Destiny 2. Just don't.
This is what I want to know at this point, Duke. Right?
Go ahead. Ask away.
To finish a particular mission, you need a hand cannon, which you can't get apart from in the game.
Well, you can't buy it. You can.
Well, you
find
can't
it.
buy it. You can't buy it.
If you get a random drop, yes.
So
and
then he
at
can't
some
buy
point,
it.
I will get a random drop.
So the epic doodad token couldn't have got you a hand cannon then?
Yes, it could have.
What?
But I chose an auto rifle instead of a hand cannon.
You just admit what? So you had an opportunity to get a hand cannon using your epic doodad token, and you didn't.
Right, that's because I don't generally use hand cannons. I'm not a hand. I'm not a pistol person.
You needed one to complete a
You
mission.
forgot.
Yeah, but then after that mission, it would have been useless to me.
Yeah, but do you
know how
want to
many hand
finish the
cannons I've
mission?
shredded over the months?
Oh,
See, that's what you need to do. Experienced Destiny 2 heads know this. What you need to do is take one kind of each, and there's a connection to that bug I had earlier in a second. I'll explain. Apparently, what you're supposed to do is either carry around or keep in your vault one of each type of weapon. So when you get a quest that's like get 50 kills in the hand cannon, you can just go to the vault, grab your hand cannon, go kill a bunch of people, and then you're done. I don't understand why they need to have things that are like connected to specific types of guns in order to advance the game.
Because you've got to grind in an MMO. That's what it wants you to do.
But that's the fine thing to do for optional stuff. I'm just here for the story.
I know, but they don't give a shit about that. They just want you to play it as long as possible. And if you can't get the shit you need, pay for it.
Here's the thing. People were saying, oh, what you should do is, when I got that bug part, they go on the post that said, what you should do is just launch your grenade launcher at yourself and kill yourself. And then when you respawn, you'll start back up in the place you should have teleported to. And I was like, I don't have a grenade launcher. I can't do that.
Yeah, so you couldn't even kill yourself.
I couldn't even kill myself. And then somebody goes, there's a place in the back of the throne you can jump off of to your death. And I was like, no, there isn't. And that wasn't the part I was on. There's a different part just like that. Now, I will say the good news was I exited the mission and then went back to the starting point again. And it took me right to the spot I needed to be in, that's pretty nice.
That's quite
so
good.
They didn't really fix the bug, but they said, okay, when you get bugged, at least we'll let you.
They're aware that it exists.
I guess
and they've
so.
done kind of a bit of a workaround, even though it's not the perfect solution.
I guess.
Yeah.
So whatever. I am still really having a lot of fun with Destiny 2. It's reaching a point where I'm like, am I still doing this? Because then there's another mission I got to do that's like, find the nightmare coil. And I'm like, I don't even know what that is or where I would start looking for it. So I'm going to have to go to a guide. And
These names, man. These names.
And by the way, the students are coming in tomorrow. This has been the week of planning. I've had not very little time, but I've had much less time for games, and I'm going to have even less in the days ahead. But,
Do you know,
yeah.
Oh, I listened to you talk about this. And you know, Elf, the movie.
You're clearly both exhausted. You're just.
I am. I'm so
down.
exhausted.
Stu's like, ugh.
Right, no, but
Elf
here's the
movie.
thing.
Right, go ahead.
Elf the
Elf
movie.
the
You
movie.
know, do you know when he's talking about how he got to New York, traveling through the
Yes.
curly whirly gun drop trees and all? That's like sounds like how you find stuff in Destiny 2.
It
I
kind of
go
is.
via the curly whirly gun drop trees and pass by the glittery.
But you know what's funny though? It's funny you say that because right. But
Oh my
here's
God.
the thing. At one point, there was some new thing that I came upon, and the person goes, "I need you to go to the swimming coast," and I was like, "Oh, the swimming coast! I know where that is." And I was able to go right to it. Zoop. So the problem isn't that there's too much stuff in the game. The problem is I haven't played it enough.
No, you're getting this all wrong. You played way too much of this game. Way too
I just
much.
now got an epic doodad.
Oh my
So,
God, an epic doodad token.
Where did I get another epic doodad?
Oh
I have
my
more than-
God.
That's the thing too. One of the guns I could have gotten, because the one I got ended up not being very good. But the other one I was looking at is an auto rifle, and like when it heats up, it goes into overdrive and it like hurts your enemies for extra damage. Yeah, but it also burns you. And I was like, I don't want to get hurt when I'm using this gun. That sounds
Doodad cannon
ridiculous.
done that I got with my doodad token.
So I looked at a video about it, and there's like 3 of them. And this one guy goes, all right, it's going to burn you, yeah, but it's going to do a lot more damage. And if you are a wizard who has a rift that heals you when you open it up, then you can ride the rift and use the thing. And I'm like, what are you even talking about with the rift? I have no idea what that means.
Oh my God. So let me get this straight, right?
And sorry, hang on a second, one more thing. And I was watching that video, and the dude's like attacking the aliens and then jumping away. And as he's jumping away, his health instantly just starts popping right back up. I have to run away and then like stay in cover for like 4 seconds before my health slowly starts to come back up. So I must be doing something wrong. Now for those who are listening that play Destiny 2, let me tell you, I'm mostly putting my power-up points into resilience and not recovery, so maybe that's the problem. Maybe I need to be feeding my recovery more. But sorry, what were you going to say, Stu?
That does sound like... So I was just double checking, right? Is this the
Yes.
weapon that's injuring you or the enemies?
The weapon.
So you get a weapon
Yes.
that when you use it,
Yes.
injures you?
Yes.
Whoa. So do you need some
But it also
special-
does more damage to the enemy.
Oh,
so
true,
you could take
brilliant.
the enemy down. Yeah, you take the
Well,
enemy
the
down, but
negative
then you're
effect
also
is
hurting
it kills
yourself.
you whilst you're doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Well, that's the way it is sometimes.
So do you
man.
get some epic doodad gloves that'll help?
Nope.
Maybe that's what
But
you
again,
need.
you could have
Asbestos
recovery.
gloves.
Yeah, well, I
Wow.
don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It's a crazy game, and it still has its hooks in me. And yeah.
I don't know why that reminded me of it. Can I just say, by the way, I was watching a DJ video on YouTube the other day,
Okay.
and there was an American DJ taking apart a Pioneer mixer to show you what was
burning him?
inside, and he said, and I quote, aluminium.
Ah.
And
how
he was
about
an
that?
American. There was
Yeah.
no aluminum or any of that malarkey.
Okay.
Just said
Right.
aluminium. He did. He said. He just said
There
it,
it
and
is.
everyone. What was
He
the
said it.
funniest thing in the comments? Everyone's like, "Huh? He was an American, and he said aluminium, right?" And it was really weird. Like loads of people have put it in the comments, which I thought, oh, that's kind of
Yeah.
funny.
Shut up, you American.
The only other game I've got to talk about. I
Oh
did play another
no,
one.
we've
but
got to move on from Destiny.
I didn't play it for long enough to talk about it. But we're
Don't
moving
worry,
on
I'll
to
have more things to say next week. Go ahead.
something I've played before.
Mhm.
But yes, whilst on holiday, again in VR, Kay was in bed one morning. I was like, oh, still in bed.
Just the one morning.
Just the one morning. So
Yeah,
still
she was
asleep.
up a lot of that
Oh,
holiday.
Still asleep. So I went down. I went down the stairs and sat in the kitchen and did some fishing. Now, here's the thing, though. I was
Ooh,
sat...
like the new Skyrim.
Yeah, exactly, fishing. But this is good fishing. Probably
You don't
unlike
know
the
that
new
the new
Skyrim.
Skyrim won't have good fishing? It might be awesome fishing. You don't know.
Yeah, so I've got the real VR fishing on the go again.
Yes.
They keep making improvements to this game. There's another lodge now. You can go and walk around your own lodge. They've added the internet to it, like so that you can browse
The
stuff
internet?
on the internet. You can stick
Added
your own
the
music
internet
on.
to a
You
virtual
can stick
fishing
music off the
game.
internet
So
on.
what? So you can browse a website while you're fishing?
No, you can. No, well, you can do. If you sit in your lodge, you can just browse the internet like you would in real life, which is a bit weird.
Can you play like a browser-based fishing
I have
game?
not tried
Fishing
that.
game, yeah.
I've not tried
That's
that.
what you really need.
But I saw this, right? This video here, and I'm like, I want to progress to this. You know, fuck that like goldfish and stuff and carp. I want to catch a shark.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So what I'm doing, this is my strategy in this.
I don't
game
think you
now.
catch shark like that.
No, I don't think they come that close to the shore. To be fair,
But I don't think you would just stand and catch a shark like
Oh,
that.
you'd be amazed what you can
Oh
do.
yeah,
in
how
this
many
game.
sharks have you caught,
Yeah, how
Chinny?
many-
Zero.
how many sharks
None,
have you
but
caught?
I have watched the movie Jaws.
Mm.
So what you're
Anyway,
saying is that Stu needs a bigger boat.
I definitely need a bigger boat. So what my strategy is now, you can every time you catch a fish, you can either cash it in for money to buy stuff in the shop, you know, get new reels, rods, and all that bullshit,
Or eat it raw.
or you can gain experience, which unlocks new locations. So what I've
Yeah.
decided to do is unlock all of the locations. So that's what I'm going to do: unlock all the locations, and
Get
then
some
I'm
of
going
them
to
shark locations.
and then I'm going to buy shit to get better equipment. But I caught a very rare fish the other day when I was playing it.
Ooh.
I caught
it Nemo?
extra rare carp or something.
Ooh,
I don't know.
rare
It was cool. It looked very nice. It was like a koi carp, I guess.
So do you can you like put these mounted on your wall and stuff
No.
and make them into
So-
a fishing singing?
No,
fish?
better than that. Better than that,
Better
dude.
than that. You can
In
jump
y-
in the aquarium and swim with them.
Yeah, in your lodge you have a huge aquarium, and every time you catch a fish, you
Oh,
can add it to
dude.
your aquarium.
Dude.
And it depends. Say you catch 3 sharks, you could have 3 sharks in it.
What,
And
they
it's
eat all the
huge,
other
it's-
shrimp, the fish?
Yeah, it's still they eat everything else in there. That's the only trouble. But yeah, you can everything you catch you can add to your aquarium when you get back to your lodge.
Okay.
It's
What
great.
if you catch a cold standing out in the rain like that?
I don't know.
And all the
Oh.
fish in your aquarium have a cold.
It's possible. It's possible. But this is a great game. I say to relax, but it's not always that relaxing when you catch something big. Because when you get something big, it takes a long time to reel it in. And you're constantly having to play it, you know, like drag it one way, drag it, as you can see this dude is doing on screen. You've got to tire it out.
Well, yeah.
You know, when these fish are big, good God, it takes ages.
Well, it's like in Red Dead Online. It takes a while.
Yeah. It'd take a while to get a big fish. But it is a lot of fun. I must admit, and it looks great. It is very immersive. When when you're sat in these like locations, I mean, because I was sat at the table playing this, it was like I was sat in the boat on this lake. And it just looks great because, I mean, it's all that photo, what's it called, Chinny? Photogrammetry or something? I don't know.
Oh.
But they do all this fancy 3D photo thing and then layer all the software stuff on top of it. But yeah, it looks realistic. It looks great. Totally recommend it. You got VR and you like fishing, then you'll love this game. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, I want to catch me a shark.
Okay, is that all the games?
That's it. I'm done.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Let's talk about some news.
Putting news first.
No, let's keep talking about fishing.
Fishing.
Y'all hear there's a new Skyrim game coming out?
Yeah, there's a Skyrim game coming out. God. I know. Okay, there's a dude, weirdly, who has made The Simpsons Hit and Run demo in Unreal Engine 5.
Dude.
Have you seen it? So he's made the whole first level of the game.
You know what? I'm sorry. People are going to hate me for saying this, but I did not enjoy Simpsons Hit and Run.
Did you
It was
not?
not my
I thought
jam.
everyone loved that game.
I liked the Crazy Taxi one that they did. I thought that was fun. I notoriously liked the skateboarding one, which everybody hates, but I couldn't get into Hit and Run. I didn't think it was fun.
So yeah, he added the vehicles, missions, finishing touches.
That's
He's even
very
added ray tracing to this game, which is a little bit weird. A little bit weird. But yeah, he was hit with a cease and desist, and he had to take it down.
Well, of course.
Of course. So I think
Disney, don't play
it
that game.
I think it lasted about 24 hours, and then it was like, take it down. You have no permission to do this. So he did a video showing how he made it, though, and that's on YouTube. if
They'll
you
probably
wanna go.
remake it at some point, I imagine.
Well, that's probably why he was told to get it taken down. I don't know. And then something really weird happened this week. Something very odd happened. Soldier Boy went on, I think it was either TikTok or Instagram or whatever, and he told everybody he owned Atari now, that he bought Atari. And he did this really weird video of himself with an Atari hat and T-shirt on, and basically said that he had bought Atari and he was now the owner of it.
Why would he do that?
No idea, because it turns out he doesn't own Atari. This is what he said. He said, "I am now the owner of Atari. I own the video company Atari." Yeah, and that was it. And he said he was proud to be the owner.
If I didn't know any better, I'd think he's desperate to stay relevant and like have people talk about him. But his music has never been very good, so therefore, he's really turning to more and more dire circumstances.
I did know that he had something to do with Atari.
No, he made a soldier game console.
Oh, was that it? Right.
Which was marked. It was like a knockoff system that included some apparently legally nebulous elements. So he made this weird gaming console of his own and said Atari was proud of him for making it.
Weird.
It's just the weirdest news story I've seen this week.
Strange.
Fame and success at a young age did not do well
People
for him.
just
having a
people do
good
some
grip on
weird
reality.
Shit. And that's about it, really. There's not a lot of news this week apart
I was hoping
from the
we could
weird
have more
Skyrim
news.
thing.
Yeah.
Do you know it's weird news in the last God knows how long? There doesn't feel like there's hardly any video game news anymore. It's just like Call of Duty's coming and Vanguard will have something, and Skyrim's got fishing now and something treasure foxes or something.
Yeah, let me read like the top articles right now.
Go on, read the top articles.
VG
On what?
24/7.
Oh, okay, that's pretty credible site.
I am so thankful I have another chance to fail at getting into Skyrim. Is the
There you go, Skyrim. See, Skyrim.
Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut enhances one of the best PlayStation exclusives.
Game we already know about.
Yeah, really. Game that came out.
There's an article that just says, "What are you playing this weekend?"
Oh, okay.
It's not really news.
Resident Evil Village gets another performance patch.
See,
Oddworld Soulstorm is coming to Xbox platforms soon.
Well, that's news.
Halo
Cares, but it is news.
Infinite's next technical preview will be a big team battle.
There's no coach. There's no co-op. That was news. Did you hear about that?
No.
Apparently there's no like campaign co-op in Halo Infinite.
That's crazy.
Wow, that's crazy. Who does that?
Genshin Impact brings new characters and fishing to the game.
Yeah, see, that's not important news.
Void
But yeah,
Bastards
Halo
and
Infinite,
Ukulele
this is
are
Kotaku.
free. Sorry.
Oh, that's
Halo
good. That's
Infinite
good news. Yeah, Epic Games store things, but if you go and look on Epic Games Store,
It's
you'd
just
find
an
that
ad
out
for
anyway.
Epic
Yeah, it's
Games
just an
Store, really.
advert.
Halo Infinite won't have campaign co-op at launch. Forge and co-op will be added to the Xbox exclusive shooter next year. According
Next
to
year? The fuck have they
Apparently.
been doing? What have they been working on, the lazy bastards?
They've promised more and bigger flights to test out modes
I'll tell
like
you what.
Big Team Battle. And no, we still don't have a release date.
They need some crunch or something. They need to be crunching or something, because I'll tell
They're
you
working
what.
on Destiny 2 stuff. They don't have time to be working on Halo.
Halo's nothing to do with
They gotta
Destiny
come up
2.
with new hand cannons to
Yeah,
epic
Bungie
doodads.
have nothing to do with Halo anymore.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
No, did he? They've not done since Destiny came out.
I don't keep track of that shit.
That's funny. You still think Bungie are developing Halo?
The hell do I know? When have I ever paid attention to
Is it
studio news?
343 Industries or something now? Is that what they're
Okay.
called? It's something like that.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
it's
think
that.
that's what it said in the article.
Yeah.
All right, so what's next then?
There's
Emails?
a Call of Duty Vanguard or something. Is that? a
No,
thing?
we're not doing
no,
this.
we've given up. We've given up.
Yeah,
There
there's
is
no news.
There literally is no news.
Stu is correct. There's no news.
There's no news.
Emails? Are there emails?
Yes, emails. We've got emails.
Okay.
So here is the first email. It's short and sweet, I think is the best way to describe this.
Okay.
And it's from Bond, James Bond.
All right.
And the title is Turn Off Duke's Mic.
What?
Oh, yeah. I know what this is about.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. I do
And
not like it.
this is the one line in this email. Skyrim Special Edition is almost here.
We already talked about this.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
So hopefully you won't get it and then you won't have to hear anything about it. It'll be great. Second email this evening is from Jacinta.
Oh, I was trying to cue up a James Bond theme. I thought it was going to be the... That
That is still quite good. I like this one. A bit more moody.
I don't want moody. I wanted
I like moody.
bursting in your
Bond
face.
We're going to get sued by Barbara Broccoli.
Yeah.
Okay.
Barbara Broccoli.
Go ahead. Tell us what Jacinta
and it's entitled Twitter. Twitter.
I was her first follower.
Yeah, she says, hey guys.
Hey.
Hello.
I've spent the last 15 years being too terrified to try Twitter.
Oh.
But I'm 1 week into lockdown and need a distraction. Luckily, my username wasn't taken after all of this time. Turns out people are pretty nice, but then I haven't said very much.
Some people are pretty nice. Twitter can be a really awesome place for people
Depends
to
what
come
you
together.
do on Twitter.
And who you do it with. Because if you hang out with
indeed.
people like Tainted Brain, you have a good time. He's a cool dude. You hang out with people like Shitbird Assface 26, you're going to have a bad time.
Mm-hmm. Interestingly, though, I keep reading the VG Hub Cruise usernames with Stu's voice in my head. The accent and silly intonation is permanently etched into my brain. So that's kind of concerning. No, I think that's totally natural. Totally natural, that is. I am still playing The Witcher 2, but I haven't progressed much. Bubs is almost 6 months old. I can't believe it's been 6 months since you had the baby. That was like yesterday.
I know that's The Witcher 3 victory noise, but
holy cow. I'm super active, so I play with him most of the time. He's amazingly good. See, kids themselves are just like a video game. Just, you've just got to progress, gets to the next level. They
Sometimes
level up.
every day feels like it's 12 minutes, and you're just like,
No, it's true. It's true. Babies just lie there to begin with. Then they level up and they can crawl a bit. Yeah. Then they level up again and then they start walking around and they're into everything. They stick their hands in everything you don't want them to mess with. So kids are constantly leveling up. They're literally an MMO.
Right.
Same. I told my partner that I was excited for Elliot to grow up because maybe he would play Minecraft and maybe his friends could come over and play Minecraft. And it would be fun to have a little gang of kids to play Minecraft with.
Well, yeah.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah.
My partner just looked at me and said, Jacinta's desire for friends has taken on a whole new level of desperation.
At that point, she should have said, well, why do you think we had this thing?
Yeah, I want to play Minecraft with kids.
There you go.
Yeah, that does sound a bit weird.
But you know what? I told you this, I think. When I went to see my nephew, I bought him the PC edition of Minecraft. I was like, what have you been making in Minecraft? He's like, actually, I haven't been playing it. I've been playing Pokemon. I was like, you bastard. You're supposed to be playing Minecraft. I thought we'd play some Minecraft together. Nope. Not interested.
There's a game. Pokemon.
You better go back to that.
I promise he is nice to me sometimes. That's a partner. I think she's referring to, not the baby.
Better be.
Question. If you could play a video game with anyone in the world, who would it be and what video game would you play?
Interesting.
So if you could play a co-op, I'm guessing this is co-op.
Oh, that means that there's a mod for Skyrim that allows you to play co-op.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. What game would I want to play with whom? I don't know. It's a good question. I think it would be fun to play Rocket League with Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders. There you go.
Yeah.
Rocket League.
I know I hit the ball into the goal, and I don't understand why it didn't go in. It hit the top bar, and then it bounced off, and that is clearly 1% of shots are going to happen like that, and it shouldn't be going on like that. It should have gone in the net. I should have scored the goal.
There you go.
Bernie Sanders impression.
I think I would like to play. Okay, I think I would like to play.
Are you doing a riddle?
Portal
I
2.
think Juan would like to play. I think
I think I'd like
I think
to play
Stu started
Portal-
talking and he didn't have an answer yet.
Yeah.
He was just like, hopefully by the time I get to that part of the sentence.
co-op
Yeah.
with Stephen Merchant because I doubt he's ever played it.
Man, if I was in a video game, you know I'd play that shit.
No,
nonstop.
I think.
Look at me.
Stephen
Look at how great I
Merchant-
am in this part of the game.
I bet Stephen Merchant has never played Portal 2 in his life.
I bet he doesn't even remember doing it.
Doing it. I bet he doesn't even remember being in that game. So I think what would be cool if you played with him, he'd be like, what is this? What is this game? I'm like, it's Portal 2, you're in it. Was I? What's a video game? Is that what that was? Yeah, I just don't think he'd have any idea. But I also think he'd be very funny to play a game with. Because he's a funny guy. He's a funny guy.
Yeah.
He's a funny guy. Interesting, by the way, talking of like celebrities who play video games, interesting fact, James McAvoy, you know, who's starring in 12 Minutes at the moment,
Yeah.
he was obsessed with Oblivion, which I think is
Right.
kind of cool in itself.
Oh yeah, he had to like sell the disc or something.
No, he burnt it.
burned
He
it.
was-
Yeah.
He
I saw
burned
that.
it because he was in a film. I can't remember which film it was. He was in a film and he had to learn loads of lines and stuff. And he said it
Yeah.
came to a head where he pulled an all-nighter and he was still playing the game at 5:45 in the morning when his driver was turning up at 6 o'clock to take him to the set and he just hadn't been to bed. And he said, I was like, I can't keep doing this because I'm never going to make this film. So he got the disc out of the 360 or whatever he was playing it on, put it on top of the gas stove and set it on fire and just literally put the gas stove on until it melted.
There you go.
Now, there you go.
So, I haven't found any information about whether he played the game or not, but Merchant said, I found the entire recording process really exhausting, more than anything I've ever done before, because I'm in this little recording booth shouting down these imaginary corridors, imaginary gantries, pretending to fall off things, and really trying to move around and live it as best I could. I know it sounds really pretentious, but really try to move around like this robot, just so my voice would feel like it was animated. I was really working hard to try to put myself in that environment, I guess, which is not something I normally do as a performer. So.
He was great in it, though.
Well, of course. He was
amazing. Great. But yeah, I doubt he's ever played that game.
I've been very pleased by the response people have had to it, he said. What I was really pleased by, how people seem to respond to it the way they do, blah, 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 blah. As entertainment. I felt like, oh, actually, gaming is a really legitimate creative art form now. Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ginny, who would you play a video game with?
I was trying to work out what movie James McAvoy would be filming during. So, Oblivion came out in 2006.
Yeah, but it don't mean he was playing it then, does it?
No, it doesn't. But I'm assuming that he was playing it when it came. So it's either, I reckon it's either Becoming Jane, Vanity Fair, Atonement, Wanted.
It was Becoming Jane. I know
Becoming
it was.
Jane.
I remember as soon as you said it.
Yeah, Becoming Jane.
Yeah, he was playing Becoming Jane. He was playing Becoming
He was playing-
Jane. Oh my
is that
god!
a good game? Is it?
Ah, no, he was starring in that and playing Oblivion.
Well, the internet can't tell us if Stephen Merchant's ever played Portal 2 or not.
He probably has never played it. Anyway, Chinny,
I would
what
play.
game and who would you play it with?
I would play GTA.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
5
Right.
with Larry David.
Interesting.
Do you know who Larry David is?
Not
I
a
gotta kill
clue.
all these people now.
Larry David is from Curb
That's
Your
how I know him from
Enthusiasm.
that meme.
Yeah, I've never watched it.
Okay.
He's the creator of Seinfeld with that guy.
Oh, I've watched Seinfeld a few times.
He created
Who's the other
Seinfeld with
creator
Jerry
of Seinfeld?
Seinfeld.
Oh, with Jerry Seinfeld, right?
There you go.
Um,
Okay.
But if you
Bit obscure, that Chinny. Bit obscure.
or well, not really. He's like one of the most
Not
famous. He's one
well,
of the
yeah,
most
an
famous
American.
like American comedy
Yeah,
writers
an
in the
American.
world.
Okay then.
But
or
Stu doesn't know him.
him
I don't know him.
or
He's not that famous.
Bill Burr. I would like to play GTA 5 with Bill Burr. You don't know who
Okay.
Bill Burr
No
is?
clue. Who's that?
He's a comedian. He's very funny.
Oh,
He's,
okay.
he's in Breaking Bad.
I like Breaking
that's
Bad.
right,
I know
he
that
is.
show.
He's the ginger guy in Breaking Bad.
Ah, yeah. Okay, I know. who that is.
He's a piece of shit.
Bo Burnham might be good to play video games with. He could be fun.
Yeah, Bo would be good. But
Right.
That dude is mad talented.
yeah.
So what about you, Duke?
I just said Bernie Sanders, Rocket League.
Oh,
Were you
yeah,
not
you did.
listening when I did my impression of Bernie Sanders? See, you need to open up your ears, son, and listen to what I'm saying.
I was
Hello?
listening.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
There's
because
a
you said
problem
Rocket.
here.
The trouble is, you said Rocket League,
What's the
and I
matter,
zoned
kid?
out.
You got wax in your ears?
I zoned out on the
All right,
Rocket
any
League
other
thing.
emails?
No, she's not finished. There's a bit more to Jacinta.
All right, more Jacinta.
This didn't matter. This didn't matter because she said no snooker chinny, video games only. That's fine. You didn't do it. Didn't do it. So that's good. Anyways,
take your presumptions and shove them.
Anyways, back to lockdown life. I don't know how you guys survived it so long, Jacinta. Well, do you know what? We're the experts in lockdown, aren't we, Ginny? We know how this shit works.
We've been through.
I actually got
3.
We decided we're not going to do brunch. We'll maybe do it once every other week because we've been going to this place near us.
What
for
a
brunch.
sacrifice!
I know, it must be horrendous.
I'm just saying it's not a huge sacrifice, but you know what? It really did make me sad. Like I don't mind getting takeout on Friday evening, Saturday evening. We usually go out to eat. We've been doing takeout. I don't care about that. This brunch thing was like the one thing we kind of treated ourselves. And when we were able to do it, to go there because it looked like we were on the mend, I was so happy. I was like, yes, we're back to this sort of normal thing again. And now we're like, no.
We've had like 3 lockdowns where we couldn't do anything.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, the first one was the harshest, of course.
That was the harshest. The November one wasn't too bad, but the January one was pretty bad.
Strict. Pretty strict, and now no one gives a shit. No one's got masks on anymore. Everyone just gets on with shit.
Everybody's jabbed. No one gives a fuck.
See, that's
no
the
one
thing.
gives a fuck.
But Israel had a very high jab rate, 70%, not too high. I mean, but whatever, like one of the world's highest. And now they're having more outbreaks and infections.
Yes, they are.
So,
but a lot of it cited the problem is this lessening of effectiveness of Pfizer.
Right. There's that, and 70% still isn't high. Like that's not herd immunity. We need to get it higher.
No.
Now there has been some good news in the U.S. There's been an increase in willingness for people to get vaccinated, which is a good sign. Just hope it's not too late.
Let's hope. But part of me thinks as well that, and I hate to say this, I know I'm being really cynical here, but part of me thinks Pfizer went, you need to make it work, but don't make it work too well because we want to sell some more later in the year. So,
Right. Any other emails?
Just enough at the beginning, and then it wanes a bit, and they have
Q
to have
style bullshit. Any other emails? By the way, we watched the documentary on HBO about QAnon. It's very good. I highly recommend that.
So what did you call that? What's you saying there?
Q League bullshit.
What's that
Q
mean?
level something. Oh, do you not know about QAnon?
No.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, there's a 5-hour HBO documentary called Into the Storm if you want to learn all about QAnon. Basically, someone close to Donald Trump started posting on the internet anonymously, or maybe it was someone close to Donald Trump. We don't really know. But there's this horde of people, a lot of the people who stormed the Capitol on the 6th of January, and they believe that. So the idea, the basic concept behind it is that Donald Trump is the person leading the charge against a global cabal of satanic people who eat and drink the blood of babies. And it's like a pedophile ring, and so that's what the stakes are for Donald Trump being in office, to stop those people and lock up Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama and other people.
I don't
involved in
understand
the
what
satanic
this is
baby
gonna do.
eating.
What this has got to do with a drug company trying to make more cash.
Because you're saying that they intentionally made the drug not effective.
Well, effective to begin with, so everyone was happy.
Right.
But then later on, you're going to need to buy some more because I was
tinfoil hat bollocks.
Get out of town, man.
Bollocks.
You're joking, right? You've seen over the years how drug companies are unscrupulous business.
They don't need to pretend like they have a cure for a virus in order to make a lot of money.
No, I'm not saying they didn't have a cure. I'm just saying they didn't make it fully effective because they want to sell you more.
They don't need to do that to make money.
Well, they do if they want to sell you more drug.
If they can't believe I'm arguing for the not total moral bankruptcy of drug companies.
I know. I can't
Look
believe
what you've done to me, Stuart.
I can't believe you're not being.
Can we move on? Well, I heard that drug companies are eating people's eyeballs.
Fucking evil. Drug companies are evil, man.
Like I'm trying to argue that.
So what's your dude?
Evil.
No, I'm just. Let me ask you a little bit more level-headedly rather than shouting. But what's your response to people saying these drug companies? There's no money in the cure, only in the treatment.
There isn't.
Well, I mean, I understand why people think that. I understand that that's the philosophy behind a lot of approaches. I mean, look, we know that planned obsolescence is a real thing. It was a thing that the light bulb companies came up with in the 40s.
Yeah,
right?
but that was for economic growth rather than
Right.
and
So
trade
what I'm saying
fairness.
is- right. So what I'm saying though is that, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if drug companies occasionally do that with other things as well. However, I don't buy the idea that they're going to make a vaccine less effective over time on purpose. That's just the way vaccines work. That's why you have to get a flu shot every year.
But why wouldn't they
Not
do
sure
it
I
on
agree,
purpose?
but there you go.
I don't know.
I
I think
don't
I know more
know.
about how flu shots work than
I
the
don't
Centers for
know.
Disease Control, the
No, the
World
flu
Health
shot problem
Organization.
the flu shot problem isn't it wanes over time. The flu shot problem is there's a different strain of flu every year. So
yeah,
the
and
one
you
you
don't
had
think
last
the
year is not necessarily going
coronavirus
to be
Delta
effective again.
variant is
The
part
fucking
of this?
flu jab this year.
You
Anyway.
know what the Delta variant is, right?
We're very aware of it. It makes up
Well, then what are you
90%
talking
of
about?
our
It's exactly the same
country's
thing.
infections.
All right, are we moving on?
Anyway.
Yes. What's next?
Yeah, they want to make the cash.
Any speak pipes?
No, we've got another email. This is
All
from
right.
Derek Hines.
Derek.
And he's called Chin Majestic.
Okay.
And he goes, "Hello again, veteran gamers.
Hello.
Hello.
I will have a quiz for you next week, then take a 2-month break from quizzes before returning with a Halloween quiz spooktacular on the
Okay.
30th. And I'm looking forward to this. I like these themed quizzes.
Sure.
A follow-up to last week's bed photo of my caseless CD, DVD, and Blu-ray collection.
Yeah.
I realized that when I
bed
moved.
photo.
Yeah, I realized that when I moved home a few years ago, I gave my sister 3 boxes of physical entertainment media, vinyl records, books, video games, Blu-rays, CDs, and DVDs to take to a local charity store.
Yes.
I reckon the missing CD and DVD cases were in those boxes. So hopefully the store in question, Marie Curie Cancer Foundation, checked all those cases before they put them on the shelf. I'm sure they probably do. I think you'll be fine.
so.
Your conscience can be clear. I would imagine they'll check. Finally, I've been researching, looking at the YouTube videos, the Merovingian Kings. I have no idea.
Merovingian is the character from The Matrix Part 2. I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
Merovingian kings who ruled mostly in northern France from about 450 to 750 AD. I was amused to see the portrait of King Dagobert I bears a striking resemblance to a certain member of the veteran gamers. Now, Chinny, I don't know whether you can get this up, but I feel like it's a Derek's email that he sent today.
Yeah, but has he got a picture of his
picture
name?
of the name?
He has attached the picture.
Oh, okay.
What's the
hang on.
person's name, though? I want to know.
King Dagobert I. Bears a striking resemblance to a certain member of the veteran gamers. See attachment, and I think it does. I think it does. I think it does. So, veteran gamers, if you had proof of direct lineage to any royal family, how would you feel about it? Thrilled, embarrassed, or just not that bothered? All hail the veteran gamers, Derek. I think if I found out I was actually related to our royal family, I would be very annoyed and upset.
Well, I will quote the American poet Boots Riley, who said in a song to his daughter, quote, "Tell your teacher I said princesses are evil. How they got all that money was they killed people." And as you may recall in Thor Ragnarok, there's a moment when they're talking about a series of massacres, and one of the characters says, "Where do you think all this gold came from?" So, yeah, fuck the bloody royals.
It's totally true. The royals get money from everything.
Yes, especially pillaging.
Apart from doing any much themselves.
So I'm not one of those who has ever been like, oh, what if my family were connected to royalty? I mean, I think what people want is the ability to like sit around and not have to work. Like that's the appealing.
That's the American dream.
The
American dream.
Actual royalty.
Yeah. Well, what does that entail, really?
But as the guy said in Office Space, you don't have to have $1 million. Look at my cousin. He didn't have a job. He didn't do shit.
There you go. There you go. You see, you don't have to be super.
Yeah, but it buys you freedom, though, doesn't it?
It buys you freedom.
Well, it sometimes does.
Money doesn't make you happy, but it does allow you to do a lot of shit.
I don't. As Jerry Seinfeld said, it makes him happy. So
exactly. Exactly.
De La Soul said, "Money doesn't. I don't love money, but I love what money can buy me." So
there you go.
There's that.
There you go. I still think my description was better.
And Eminem once said, "Hi, my name is."
Hi, my name is.
It's true.
Which is not related to money at all.
No.
I'm trying to slowly get towards the bottom right of this screen.
I know you're doing a good job of it there. I sat up a bit because I felt like I was slouching.
As
I did set
Talib Kweli once said, "Fuck the money, fuck the money, fuck the money."
There you go.
As Kanye once said.
Kanye said.
Kanye is God.
I like Donald Trump. He's a good guy.
Diamonds are
Any more emails?
No, that's it.
Okay. I guess it's time for shout-outs.
It's time for a shout-out. Hey!
Shout-out.
You know what I realized last week? Here's what I realized last week. I was like kind of tired at the end of the show last week.
You were?
And I realized it's a performance. Like,
yeah.
it's not as much of a performance as, like, when I have to teach or, like, going on stage and doing a rock and roll show or something. But nevertheless, we are performing in a way.
Whoa.
So, like, I used to
admit it,
think
dude.
about it. I used to think about it as, like, I shouldn't be tired. It's just a podcast. Like, what's the big deal? But now I realize, you know what? There is a performance element involved, and that is an explanation about why I'm a little worn out.
But, Duke, I need to ask you, have you done a rock and roll show on stage?
I did a concert one time in college. It was not great, and I don't know why.
What did you
people came,
do?
but-
Well, let me just ask. What was your...
There was a
Okay,
keyboard,
guys.
there were samples. It wasn't like rock and roll. It
Okay,
was
guys,
like
this is
electronic
for the
music.
fucking trees. Here we go.
Yeah, it was weird, but you know, whatever.
So what did you do? No, come on. What did you actually do? I can't hear.
I had a keyboard. I had a
Okay.
sampler. I had the computer. I was
Oh my
playing
God.
loops.
This is
Yeah,
for
it was a
violence
show.
against slugs
What was
in
the
Florida.
audience? What
Okay.
was the audience doing? What were
There were
they
like
doing?
6 people, mostly
they
friends of
into it?
mine.
Get up the stage.
They were very nice. Let
Very
me say
nice
that.
to you. Very
They were
nice.
nice to me. Yeah.
This is for domestic violence against slugs in Florida. All right, rock on.
All
right, who's got shout-outs?
I'm going to shout out you, Duke, because I never knew you were a rock and roll star. Who knew?
I
No,
know.
Who
I'm not a
fucking
rock and
knew?
roll star.
Did I ever
Duke is
tell
a
you that?
stage
Did I tell you
diving
that-
rock
that
and roll
I
bastard.
played Call of Duty with a rock and roll star. Did you
I
know?
know.
No, do you know that?
Oh, what, you really did?
Yeah, I don't know if I ever told this story where.
I don't know
Well, now
whether
you played
did.
with 2.
Yeah, you played with
So,
2 because you played
yeah.
with Duke
So
too.
you know Damo, right?
I know,
Yeah.
I know Damo well.
You know
yes.
Damo, yeah. I was speaking to Damo today actually, but anyway, we're playing Call of Duty. This is Call of Duty 5 World at War, I think.
Right.
So some years ago, and you know, we're playing, and it just so happens to come to light that one of the guys that we play regular with, I knew that he was in a band, and I never really thought about it. I was like, yeah, whatever, he's in a band. And then I was like, well, what's the name of your band, right? And we all sort of like, yeah, what's the name of your band, Garrett? What's the name of your band?
Oasis.
All right, and he said, well, it's called U2. No, he didn't. He said, it's a band called Senses Fail.
Oh, I know Senses Fail. Yeah, I've heard of them. They're pretty big.
And I was like, right, well, I've never heard of them, so they must be wank. And it turns out that they wasn't wank.
No, they did a really good song.
They were pretty famous.
Yeah.
And he was like, you know, funny enough, guys, I've got a gig in London. In Angel in London. Do you know where Angel is, Stu? I don't know if you've ever been there. It's not far from. I think it's not far from the Riley's bar that we used to go to.
All right. Okay.
But anyway, it's not a massive venue, but it's like one of these sort of smaller venues. But it's still a good venue, you know, a proper venue, you know. And we were like, really? Are you a real rock star? And he was like, yeah. And he came to London, and we all saw him at this gig, and he was like, oh my god.
On The Simpsons, are you really the head of the Quickie Mart? Yes. Really? Yes.
Really?
You? Yes. I hope this has been enlightening.
Thank you. Come again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we couldn't believe it. This guy who, and then when we found that out, then he was telling all these stories about because his manager used to play with us as well.
That's
and
funny.
and he's like, oh yeah, he's met this person, he's met this person, he's met Kanye West, and da 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 da. And I was like, what's Kanye West like? And he was like, he was fine. He's a bit arrogant, but you know, he was fine. He was polite
What's the gaffer
enough.
do? Sets up lights.
And
Best boy do helps the gaffer.
yeah. Are you going to do a 4? No. But
For those who don't know, Chinny and I are referencing a song that Biff from Back to the Future did, where he talks about people constantly asking, "What's Michael J. Fox like?" He's nice.
He's nice. Because he's a musician, isn't he? Well, a little bit of a musician as well.
Musician, comedian.
Yeah.
You haven't played snooker with him, have you?
No. But anyway, that was the time that I played Call of Duty with a real rock star, and then saw him live in London.
Oh, there you go. You see.
There you go. You see.
Who knew?
So
Who
my
knew?
shout
Right,
outs.
Stu, were you doing your? So go ahead.
Shout outs will be my wife Tara. I don't know why she wasn't feeling very well today.
Well, let's
So
shout her out until she
no.
feels better.
Let's hope she feels better.
she's all right now.
All right. See, it worked.
Maybe it was the
Worked.
jab. I think it might have
Must
been the
have
jab.
Jibber jabber.
Probably.
And shout out to vaccines. They're pretty good.
Shout out to vaccines.
Yes, they
doing the
are.
job, kinda.
Get one.
Yeah.
Make sure you get your
Can't
booster,
imagine
man. You
anyone
want to
listening to
line
the
the
show isn't
pockets of
listening.
Pfizer with even more money.
It's not possible that there's anybody listening who doesn't have one yet and is willing to do so because we said so. Can you imagine
Anyway,
someone who's like,
I know people that I'm not getting the vaccine. I don't
Yeah,
want
but
that
you're
shit
not
in
going
my
to be
body.
able to convince them. You're not going to be able to say like, "Well, I think you should get it."
Well,
Like, okay.
you know what will convince them? You won't be able to go to
Yes.
Spain on holiday.
Yes.
And they'll,
Ding,
I want to go
ding.
to Spain.
Have you seen what? Do you know what I'm kind of impressed with in this country, actually? Is
What's that?
they're starting to open vaccination centres at nightclubs. So on a Saturday night, when you go to the club to dance and stuff,
You got to get really messed up first. Yeah,
can get
sit
a
here.
vaccine.
Okay.
Hey.
Jab.
When you get there, go
Party.
and get your vaccine before you go in the club. Sorted.
And
job
you know what would really work as well? You know when you go
Strap them down and
when you
jab
used to
them
go to
down.
nightclubs and those girls would sell shots and stuff like that, and
Yeah,
they were
stick it
always
in
like
there.
there was
Some
always
hot
like
chick with a vaccine.
like a hot
jab.
chick, yeah, it'd be like, well, hey
Ooh.
boys,
You
wanna
look
get
like
your
you could use
vaccine?"
something in your arm.
Yeah, you can jab
Just tell them
me
it's a new
anytime.
kind of ecstasy. People will be like, "Yeah, hook me
Now-
up.
I
You
feel
know,
it. I feel it.
I'm feeling it, baby."
Do you know like when people used to drug people's drinks? You know.
Yes, used to.
To-
'cause it doesn't
Used to.
happen
It
anymore.
Well,
doesn't
it still
happen anymore.
happens. Still happens now.
Doesn't happen.
What they need to do is
I
just
used to do drugs. I still do.
spike people's drinks with COVID vaccine
Yeah.
sorted.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I honestly think if they just set them up at nightclubs and made really attractive women do it, everybody
Wow.
would probably vaccinate.
That's not sexist at all, Chinny.
No, well, it would
Well,
work.
The
What about-
efficacy of the process is what's sexist because
about-
guys are sexist.
What about good
Correct.
looking blokes,
Using the
like
market.
muscly blokes doing the women, you know? I mean, with the
All
vaccine.
right, I want to shout out. All right, shush. I want to shout out Kev Westerman because he suggested we do a Gambit play date, and
The fuck is
yeah,
that?
I think it could work. It's a Destiny 2 thing. You wouldn't want it. Tainted Brain is always fun on Twitter, and Lord is the one who hipped me up to the new Skyrim. So thank you, Lord. Appreciate that.
Lord.
And Jake Peterson and I had an interesting conversation about Q. Funny that we should mention it. And GH Rocker's moving to Scotland. How about that? So good.
Right, yeah,
Scotland.
bastard, yeah, family.
Huge land.
He's
And
I
Jacinta
tell you what,
is on, I was her first follower on Twitter, so hooray.
Antonio just likes living on the edge of whatever country
I'm
is.
living on the edge.
He like lives in like the bottom of England, the side of Wales, well, the side of like just below Wales and just Somerset, I think, and then nearly he's in Scotland. He just likes living far away from everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, well.
Apparently. Oh well.
Yep. Yep.
Is that it? We done?
I think we're done.
Everybody done their shout outs?
I think so.
If you like this podcast,
Shut up,
there
Greg.
is another site you should
Shut
check
up,
out.
Greg.
It's called VGHub.net.
Greg.
VGHub.net. Check it out.
It's
been a while.
The end of the show. You fucking pricks. Turn the podcast off. Oh, wait, you don't need to do that because it'll turn off when it ends. Why don't you listen to another podcast? You ungrateful fuck. Ruining my shit all the time.
All That, by the way, was not an echo. That was Chinny live counterwalling.
I think
in
I did a pretty good
association
job.
with
Yeah, I think it's
that
pretty good.
song.
You can stick your beef up your ass.
Oh, I love that sound clip. Such a cool sound clip.
Yeah. That's the other game I've been playing is chess. And I
Chess.
suck at it. I'm really bad
I
at
keep
chess.
thinking I want to learn how to play chess, and then I never do.
You don't know how to play
Shaking your
chess?
head.
I do, but I don't know how to strategize.
There's no one how to play, and then there's no one.
I know how to. I know what all the moves are and how to win.
They all just go round on the left
You know
side.
about
They just
controlling the
rotate to the
center?
left. That's all they do.
You know about opening gambits?
Yeah, I don't know any of that bullshit.
You know about castling?
No.
I just got castling down.
I know how to move a pawn. Red Van Man 10 says, I know an ex-military lad who just came out of hospital after having COVID, and he told me the vaccine doesn't exist. My eyebrows still haven't come down
See,
quite yet.
here's the thing. I keep seeing posts from people who are saying more and more ridiculous things. There's a dude who's like, I was in the hospital on a ventilator, and I still don't think you should let fear rule your life. Don't get vaccinated.
I know.
I'm like, you know what? Here's the thing. The reason people do that is because they get retweeted and liked out the ass.
I know, it's ridiculous, isn't it?
It's about the social currency. It's about getting attention. And it's so sad, again, that these people don't have any other way to get that kind of attention. And so they're going to just, oh, God.
Yeah, it is weird, isn't it?
By the way, buy my book. It's coming out soon.
All right, sure, you can stop covering it now. I've put it back to normal size.
Chinny,
Put it
all
back
right,
to
I'm
normal
stopping the
size.
recording. Nobody gives a shit about any of this. You can't even see it.
Oh, really? All right, hold on. I refuse to be recorded. Oh my god.
I am covered up.
Here, look at the turtle's butt.
There you go. I knew you still hadn't done it, even though you said you had. You're such a liar.
Lies.
It's all lies. Lies.
I don't want to do schoolwork.
Yeah,
They're making us do this week at a glance thing. Still.
What's that?
When we started the last school year, they were like, okay, look, because distance learning sucks and because everything's uncertain, we want to give more certainty to students. So you need to prepare a week at a glance document every week to let people know what's coming. And this was important last year because we were doing compacted semesters. So you had to do 18 weeks of school in 9 weeks. Now, normally we were doing A days and B days, so it all worked out in terms of number of days in a semester, but everything was moving very quickly last year. Now we're back to the A days and B days. It's 18 weeks for a semester, not 9 weeks, and there isn't nearly as much uncertainty, and there's the regular everyday school stuff that we have to do this year, which we didn't have to do last year, but they're still making us do these week at a glance documents. And I'm just like, it's such busy work. I hate it. Ah!
If you didn't do them, what would happen?
One of my assistant principals would find out and go, hey, where's your week at a glance document?
Hey, why don't we get a glance?
And then what
if
could
I
you just
said
say to
I
them?
didn't do it, or
When you week could you just do that?
Hey, why don't we get a glance,
I would get
man?
more letters in my file, and I could get fired.
Hey, boy, where's your
It
week
is
at
an
a glance?
expectation of your employment.
Because you're not
It's
done
not
your week at a
optional.
glance. Where's your week at a glance?
I don't understand why Boss Hogg from the Dukes of Hazzard is my boss all of a sudden.
Hey, boy, where's your week at a glance?
And what's the biggest stress in your work, Stu?
None. I don't have any stress in my work.
Has any employees giving you jip?
Nope. I
And
just go to work, do my job, and I come home and I chill.
What do you cook? What did you cook
Food.
the last time you were there?
I can't remember. I've been on holiday since then.
What's your favourite thing to cook?
Nothing. I hate cooking.
Welcome to
You
the
don't
most
hate
boring interview
cooking.
ever.
I hate it. With
No,
a
you
passion.
don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
cooking.
You love cooking.
I hate cooking. I don't know. I can't remember what I cooked last, actually, to be honest.
I like finding out about your jobs.
You do?
What's the last thing you shot a video of, Chinny?
Yeah,
Oh.
Chinny, what was the last thing you shot a video of?
I'll have to look at my fucking calendar.
Yeah. hell.
I can't remember that.
What's something recent?
Some mad shit.
Hey, by the way,
Hey.
whilst I was on holiday, I took I do quite well on Google Photos, by the way. I have
do quite well.
I've got 102.
What a weird brag.
102,000
about his photo likes.
102,000 views of photos I've got on Google Maps.
I've got one of them on one of my photos.
Oh, of course you have. What's that on, by the way?
There's one that I took of in San Francisco of this bakery place.
Yeah, it tends to be food, right? My most viewed one's a local restaurant that I went to.
Because that's the only thing people look up.
And it's had 80,000 views. It's number 3 in the photos, so it's pretty good. Pretty good. But I took
search engine optimization.
Exactly. And but I took a photo at a place we went on holiday called Watch Tree Nature Reserve. And I took a photo of these. You can go and actually look. You know the wind turbine things. They've got loads of them there. So you can actually stand at the bottom on the look. They're quite interesting, actually. But I took quite a cool photo of them in a line, and it's had over 1,000 views since.
Oh, okay. I've just organised my Google Photos into most viewed.
All right. Okay.
And I've got one that's 417,000 views.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And it's just a Bella Italia.
That's mental.
There's one. There's one that's got 276,000 views. That's Harvester. I forgot where that was now.
It's so funny. What have you taken a picture of, though? Is it just the food?
No. You know what the best pictures I get? Is just like the restaurant itself, like the ambiance, like those kind of photos.
The ambiance.
Because people want to see what's in the restaurant. They want to see what it's like.
Yeah.
You should Photoshop some deer taking a dump in it or something.
There you go. That would get a lot of views.
Yeah, I've got some food close-uppy ones.
I'm always quite happy if I get over 500 views. I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. 500 people have
I'm
looked.
scrolling down now, and most of them have got like 5,000, 4,000, 4,000.
Yeah. 4,000, that's still pretty good.
3,000.
That's not crap, is it?
No, they all do pretty well.
Yeah, that's pretty good. No, I have one that is Coco Soul Food, which has got the 80,000. Then I took one on a holiday in Austria, and that's got just under 15,000 views. So that would be pretty good. And then it goes into like the thousands and a few in the hundreds. So yeah, I quite like seeing. I definitely think you're right, though. I think it's like some sort of algorithm that does it.
Yeah, I don't know. I remember I did Google reviews a lot, but then I stopped when I was in America because we just ate out every day, and I was like, I'm just exhausted. I can't do any more Google reviews because I'm on my honeymoon, just writing a review for some fucking pizza restaurant in the middle of San Francisco.
I tend to literally just put the photos on. So no, I don't tend to do reviews. I can't be arsed with that. It's nice.
You get more points. You get more points if you do a detail.
I know. You see, everything is gamified, isn't it? Even taking photos for Google Maps is gamified. Everything's a game, man. Likes, clicks, points, views.
The last thing I filmed, by the way,
all right, okay,
was a printing services company. So they do prints for. So they. What did they do? They did like business cards. Obviously, they do mugs, T-shirts, high-vis vests, booklets that they can seal. So they needed a promo video. So we went along. I thought it was going to be half a day, and we were there for like an hour and a half, and we were done. So we had something to eat.
That's pretty good.
Do you charge by the hour or by the project?
By the project.
You give them like an estimate.
Yeah, by the project, and.
So it's not in your interest to stick around more than
No, I just sort of like stay around until the job's. But it works the other way sometimes, you know. Like you charge half a day and you're there a bit longer, but I'd rather get the job done.
Well, yeah.
So that was the last thing. We didn't really film a lot last week, but next week we
Here
are
we go.
filming for a very, very popular chain of pubs.
Ooh. What, Weatherspoons?
No, not Weatherspoons. A bit classier than that. Thank you.
So McDonald's.
McDonald's. McDonald's?
And they have a pub they have lots in London, but they have one in Brumtowns, which is very nice. And we have to hire in a presenter to go, look at this pub.
okay.
Oh my God.
You get
It's
Stephen
just-
Merchant.
This is here. This is here. So that's what we're doing on Tuesday.
Jimmy Savile, can you get him?
No, he's dead.
Wow.
But Gary Glitter might be free, Duke, if you want to do an inappropriate joke.
Bit of Gary Glitter.
The old pedos. And then we're doing
All right, I gotta go do schoolwork. I'm sorry,
some more
but
stuff. I don't know.
yes. Thank you all. Have a good
Okay.
week.
Bye,
Yeah,
Duke.
you too, Duke.
If I
Peace
see you
out.
jump on Rocket League when you should be doing schoolwork, I'm going to get
Yeah,
mad
I'm
at
going to be
you.
very annoyed. Very annoyed at
I don't
you.
know why you're stalking me on Steam, but okay.
Yeah, I'm going to be very annoyed at you.
I've got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
The
Anyway.
chat's been quiet tonight.
Yeah, it has been quite. I thought that actually, funnily enough.
Red Van Man back to work after being off for 7 days, being pinged off the COVID app, then a week off a whole summer.
Oh my god.
Back to
Pinged off
posting
the
letters
COVID app.
tomorrow, and 2 weeks behind with the podcast. Ah, so you haven't been listening to the fucking podcast.
Oh, he listens to it while he works.
Yeah, but he hasn't been at work. I said,
He's not been at work, so he's not listened. He's got a catch-up time.
what the fuck?
Right, Chinny. I will see you at 8 on Wednesday, unless I hear any differently. We will play some mini golf. I'm gonna
put it in the calendar because I'll forget.
Yeah, put it in the calendar and get some practicing. Get some balls.
Yeah, I need to download it. Don't I?
Download it. Get some balls. I don't know how much it is. I've forgotten. To be honest.
15 quid, I think.
Is it 15? I didn't think it was a lot. It's one of the highest rated games on Quest, so and rightly so. It's good. They've thought about everything, which I really like.
Oh, it might be a bit later actually. If that's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Let's say 9.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Is that all right?
Yeah. It's absolutely fine.
Love
It's
that.
fine. $10.99, man. It's even cheaper. $10.99, worth every penny.
VR golf.
Yep. But yeah, there's all sorts of shit in it. It's a really cool game. I really like it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, it's 7 courses, by the way, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. 7 courses for 10 quid. Right, I will speak to you on Wednesday at 9 o'clock unless I hear anything otherwise. Just
Okey-doke.
drop me a text when you're ready and I'll just hop on.
Yeah. All right.
Alrighty, I will speak to you soon.
See ya.
Bye. Bye.
Bye bye.